of Mother Lode League football. We've got Mike McQuaig and Adam Cranfill. They're over at Frank Meyer Field in San Andreas. You can watch that game. Calaveras and Somerville homecoming festivities going on right now. You can watch that game and hear all the action on KVGC's Sports Facebook page. You can watch the Argonaut Sonora game on KVGC's YouTube page. Just go to our Facebook page, follow the link, you'll have it there. So let's head on over to Dan Barnett Field and check in with Frank and JD and the gang for some Friday night football.
All right, well, good evening, everybody, from Dan Barnett Field here at Argonaut High School. I'm Jake Geedy along with Frank Halverson here, where we're here with Week 1 Mother Lode League action. Frank, how you doing?
Well, we're doing great tonight. Looking forward to getting this Mother Lode League officially kicked off tonight. Argonaut Mustangs hosting the Sonora Wildcats. Both of these teams come in with identical records, 1-4, although they've traveled a little different path. As has been well documented, Sonora, since they came in the league, has not lost a league game. They started 0-4 this year, just like they did last year. Of course, starting out with some difficult opponents in Oakdale, Escalon, Ripon, and Hillmar, then beating West of Tracy last week. Argonaut, on the other hand, comes in, and they are also 1-4, losing to El Dorado, Union Mine, Houston, defeating Castlemont, and losing a close one last week, 14-7 to Dixon. So,
Dixon, yeah.
you know, Sonora coming in. I don't think Sonora, this is our first look at Sonora actually this year. I don't think Sonora is as dominant as they have been in the past. However, I think they've got enough to still make some noise in the Mother Lode League, and I'm interested in getting a look with them tonight. Around the league, the other league matchups tonight, Amador is visiting Bret Hart, and probably the most interesting story in the league going on right now is Gunnar Drake, the starting quarterback for the Buffaloes, rolled his ankle last week in pregame warm-ups before El Dorado. Did not play at all. Through my sources this week, that ankle is still pretty sore, and I do not think he is going to play tonight either. Trying to get him back to 100%. I believe they face Calaveras next week, and I don't think that'll be an issue. Allen can operate the defense. They're obviously a different team without Drake than they are with Allen at quarterback, but they should have plenty, and they always have that stout defense to take down Bret Hart tonight. The other game, probably the best game I think of the night, is going to be Somerville going to Calaveras. Calaveras has a pretty good defense themselves. They've had some struggles on the offensive side of the ball, as has the two teams that we've got here tonight. Neither of these teams tonight have put up a lot of points. And so, you know, it's really going to be who's going to step up on that offensive side of the ball tonight, I think.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right, Frank. And I wonder if Argonaut is going to be able to, remedy their offensive woes that they've been having the last couple of weeks. I mean, they rushed for over 300 yards last week and couldn't get anything going.
Yeah, they only got in the end zone once, and that was at the beginning of the game, 14-7. So they did move the ball, but they just can't get in. You know, so they're struggling on offense. Their defense hasn't been too bad. Michael Hayes, the leading tackler, Garrett Elmore, Colton Clark, Joshua Sanders, their top 4 defensive players so far this year. But Bo Davis, the sophomore quarterback, and the Sanders brothers at the running backs. Elmore is his favorite target when he throws the ball, but he doesn't do that very often.
That's true.
It'll be an interesting game tonight to see who can get their offense going and put some points on the board.
Absolutely, absolutely will. All right, well, hey, we're in the middle of the national anthem, so we're going to take a real quick break. You've been listening to the Camps Propane pregame show. We're here for Week 1 MLL action from Dan Barnett Field.
A longtime supporter of youth activities in Amador County, the folks at Camps Propane hope you enjoy tonight's high school football action on Hometown Radio. Visit Camp's showroom on Highway 88 in Pioneer. Ask about the EC Saver program and senior discounts available. And you'll never run out of gas again with Camp's Smart System Tank Monitoring program. They also carry a complete line of RV supplies, gas refrigerators, and barbecues. For more information, visit Camps Propane in Pioneer or their website at campspropane.com. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, and we're back here at Dan Barnett Field, where we are just moments away from kickoff here. The Sonora Wildcats won won the toss, and they've elected to kick, so the Mustangs will be set to receive. Frank?
All right, looks like this is the first Argonaut game that I've called since the very first game of the year when we were over in El Dorado. So it looks back deep for the Mustangs is number 11, Josiah Saunders, along with number 15, Colby Eckhart. And all the way in the back, it looks like number 12, Joshua Sanders. So the two Sanders brothers and Eckhart are back deep to receive this opening kick. First league game of this 2019 campaign. We're getting ready to get this one underway. Sonora Wildcats are the visitors. They'll be kicking off. They won the toss. They deferred. Here comes out to kick for Sonora, looks like number 25. That's Isaiah McDonald.
Sanders, number 12, number 11, Josiah Sanders.
So Argonaut is going to be moving from our left to our right.
Kicking off for Sonora is Isaiah.
Hey, Frank, you nailed it, too, in the pregame there. Both with the same record, but totally different paths. I like the way you worded that.
All right, so here we go. Here's the kick. It's a low line drive down, hits about the 10-yard line, picked up by Sanders at the 5. He gets across the 10 to the 15, looking for some blocks, gets across the 20, trying to get outside, brought down at about the 25-yard line. That's where Argonaut's going to take over 1st and 10 from there.
Thought we were going to get a horse collar tackle on that one, but looks like the defender let go in time there.
Well, you guys have done an Argonaut game since the very first game. I think the week that I did the hospice event. So this is the first time I've seen them since
Houston, right?
opening week at El Dorado.
Oh, so Frank, you weren't here at the Houston game?
No, he was not. It was you and me.
And then who did Castlemont, Jake?
You and me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's a pitch coming around the right side, gets across the goal line of scrimmage up to about the 28-yard line, gain of about 3 on the play.
Was that? It looks like King.
That was King. He came from the right wing position and took the toss.
Frank, the Houston game, Argonaut, we thought it was mostly on coaching. Offensively, they called a great game, but they were in that game. And then Castlemont, really hard to get a gauge because they only had about 13 players on the field, even including the sideline. So they were just, numbers. They were so far down.
They're going to give them 4. Now there's a whistle on the field. Looks like the left side of the line might have jumped. It's offsides on the defense, so that'll make it 3rd and short. So that'll make it 3rd and 1 for Argonaut. Take the ball up to the 34-yard line. So 2nd and 1 for the Mustangs. Saunders on both wings. Davis pitches backwards, and he is dropped for a loss. That was to number 20, who caught the ball. That was Diago Pineda. And good thing he caught it because that was definitely a lateral. He had nowhere to go, and he was taken down by number 80, Gabe Milborn, for a loss back to the 30-yard line. So that'll set up a 3rd and 5.
And, folks, what Frank's hinting at there is with that swing pass, it was going backwards. And he said that that's referred to as a lateral. So if that would have been on the ground, that definitely would have been.
And I think they didn't change the play after they got the 5-yard penalty. That's a horrible play to run on 3rd and 1.
I was surprised.
There's a bust through the line, going to be just short of the 1st down. That's Pineda. But it just was an odd play to run on 3rd and 1. I think they called that, or on 2nd and 1, I think they called that play on 2nd and 6. And then after the 5-yard penalty, they didn't call it. And to start that deep in your backfield when you need 1 yard just doesn't make any sense.
You know what we noticed, Frank, in that Houston game I was talking about? Great called game, but on 3rd and 1, always running a fullback counter, and just took too long to develop.
Well, here's an interesting call right now. 4th down and 1 from their 34-yard line. First possession of the game, they're going to go for it. They've got the 1st down. Good push by the line up front. That was Pineda in the fullback position, just ran hard, picked up about 3 on the play. But I'll tell you what, they're kind of Coach Davis is setting the tone there.
Yeah.
Says, we know we don't score a lot. We've got to take advantage of every chance that we have.
And look at that replay, Frank. They ran the dive instead of that counter, just straight at the hole. It doesn't take as long, and that's what they would have done this against Houston. That ball game may have ended up a little different.
That was a really nice push from the offensive line. So 1st down for the Mustangs. Davis is going to throw. He's rolling to his left. He throws complete at the 40-yard line, brought down immediately. That was number 15, Colby Eckhart, on the reception. Gain of about 3 on the play.
Now, Frank, against Castlemont, Argonaut did not throw one time, did not even attempt a pass. Against Houston, they came out and they was fairly balanced. But I am surprised to see him 2 passes already here at the start of this game.
Well, 2nd down and 7, gain of 3 on the play. Well, I think that they realize that they can't run the ball for 300-plus yards like they did last week and get in the end zone one time.
Yeah, and come up short.
And expect to win this game.
Exactly.
So it looks like there's a whistle now. Timeout on Argonaut. So we've just got this one started. 8:56 to go here in the first quarter. Mustangs call a timeout. We'll be back right after a word from our sponsors.
Jackson Tire, located on Highway 49 in Jackson and Highway 88 in Pine Grove, is the place to go for your vehicle. Whether you need new tires or any auto service, Jackson Tire is a dealer you need to know. Visit them at jacksontire.net. That's Jackson Tire. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
And we're back here at Dan Barnett Field where we're in the first quarter. Mustangs coming out of a timeout. 8 minutes, 56 seconds left in the first quarter. Guys?
They're not. All right, here we go. We're back after the timeout. 2nd down, and let's call it 8 for the Mustangs. Motion coming from the left side. Davis wants to throw. He throws over the middle. He's got a receiver complete. That's Eckhart again up to across the 50-yard line. That's going to be good for a first down. So 2nd reception in a row by Eckhart.
Nice job by Davis, too, Frank, setting his feet, getting that ball off. Nice kind of like little in, almost slant, like the pattern.
Well, Eckhart's a big. So the ball sits on the 49-yard line, the Sonora 49. A couple first downs in this first possession by the Mustangs. They're coming out firing. Davis under center. Motion coming from the right. Inside handoff. Stopped almost immediately. It went Saunders to Sanders. It looks like there's a penalty on the play. Might have been a face mask.
A face mask, yeah.
Got all the way around that helmet there. Looks like he's going to pull his head off.
It's a face mask. So that will move the ball to about the 44-yard line. It was a 5-yard face mask penalty. So it'll be 2nd down and 5. 1st and 5, excuse me. Argonaut breaks the huddle. Saunders and Saunders on the 2 wings. Davis wants to throw again. He's going to keep it on a quarterback draw. Nice gain on the play. Gets across the 35-yard line. That'll be enough for another Mustang first down.
That looked like a design draw, huh, Frank?
Yeah, it was. It was a quarterback draw, but there's a flag. Let's see what the call is. It's against Argonaut for an illegal chop block.
Calls a chop block against the Mustangs.
That must have been in the 2nd, 3rd level there, Frank, where the flag was thrown. Did you see how pick that up, Jake? Okay.
I believe it was the side judge on Argonaut's side.
So that'll mark it back a 15-yard penalty all the way back to the 41-yard line. They need to get to the 39 of Sonora for a first down.
So it's going to be first down back at the 41-yard line.
So it'll be first down and 20 for the Mustangs now after that chop block penalty. Inside handoff and nothing going on there. Hit immediately. I believe that was Eckhart, or Pineda, excuse me, number 20.
Looked like that fullback counter they like to run inside.
They faked the toss and then gave it straight ahead to Pineda.
Those penalties, Frank, 15 yards. You see some positive here on the offense. They're marching down the field. Now they're only maybe 10 yards or so ahead of where they were on that 4th down.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't kill yourself.
You know, 2nd down and 19 right now, and they really find themselves behind the chains. Davis wants to throw. He's looking over the middle, and he had some pressure, and he just threw it in the ground, and now there's a flag.
They may call
that
grounding.
might be grounding.
I think so, Frank.
I did not see a green jersey anywhere around that pass.
Tell you what, if you're going to throw it away like that in the middle of the field, throw it in the ground. Don't give them a chance, but you got to make sure one of your guys is at least in the general vicinity.
That's a loss of down if it is grounding. Waiting for the call. It is intentional grounding, and now they're going to be way behind. Oh, and there's a penalty there on the sideline.
That's on Davis.
That's on Coach Davis. That's going to be another 15 yards. Oh, the ref is just giving him the what for. All I heard was, you know better than that.
You know what I like, though? I like how
liking
Davis gets the flag and he points back at him again. He's getting his money's worth, I'll tell you that.
Well, that is going to take the ball, I believe, all the way back to the 20-yard line. That's going to put him 5 yards inside where this drive started.
Yikes. Tell you what, Mustangs have taken, what, Frank, 5 minutes off the clock already, and they're going to be, we said, behind where they originally started?
They're going to be 5 yards behind where this drive originally started. When this gets marked off, they're marking it off now. Now they're at the 20-yard line. This drive started at the 25. They now have it third down and like forever. They need to get to the Sonora 39-yard line for a first down.
So if they score, they're going to end up with like 110 yards on this drive or something.
All right. I don't know if you've got a third down and 60 play, but if you do, you need it right now. Davis wants to throw. He throws over the middle. Nobody there. He was looking for, I'm not sure who he was looking for. I think it was Elmore, 85, and he just sailed it over his head. Fell incomplete. Now it'll be fourth down. And Sonora, after all of that, after getting 3 first downs in a row, are actually going to get the ball back in good field position.
And unfortunate for the Mustangs because all that they did to themselves. A grounding and a personal foul, that chop block, the call on the coach.
There were 3 15-yard penalties on that possession.
In a row.
Yeah, that's hard to compete with, especially against a team as strong as Sonora. Not much of a kick, Frank.
Oh, boy.
Got a little bit of a roll on it.
Not much of a kick is the understatement of the year. Let's see where that went out of bounds. I'm not even sure how to describe that.
It's like the equivalent of a squib kick or something on a punt.
Yeah, well,
It looked like one of my wedges the other day. I think it was a shank. I think I hit it right off the hosel.
Yeah, he just dropped it down on his foot and just towed it.
So
Kicked it right
Sonora's
up.
got it 1st and 10 at the Mustang 35-yard line.
But somehow your scorecard still only said a 5 for that hole, Frank.
It was a hell of a recovery.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 for Sonora. Motion coming from the right, straight ahead, handoff. Looks like it was a quarterback keep. Their
that on the
quarterback is
ground?
number 11, Nick Crockett.
Took half the Mustang defense to get him down to the ground there. Is he a big boy, Frank? What do our stats show on him?
The stats show him at 5'10", 180.
Which that's about me. That's not that big.
But, I was watching him warm up, and I went, he looked bigger than that. I don't know, with the pads and everything, I guess,
Yeah,
But got it up to the 31-yard line, so a gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for Sonora. And their defense is going to be put to the test right away with the great field position that Sonora has on this. Crockett under center. Motion from the left. Now you want to stop the Mustangs jump. That's going to be 5 against the defense, I believe.
Hey, Jake, you pay more attention to the defense, and I was calling the offensive plays last time. Is this the same defense Argonaut's been running pretty much all year, or have they come out in a different set?
It looks slightly different from the normal set that they have.
More
but,
linebackers, huh?
Yeah, but I'll do a little more looking. I haven't really paid much attention to it.
All right, 2nd down and 1 after the 5-yard penalty for Sonora. Motion from the left, straight ahead, hand up this time, breaks a tackle, gets across the 20, close to about the 16-yard line. It'll be a 1st down for Sonora. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. And just a straight ahead dive.
And unfortunately, we don't have a number.
I've got numbers. I got it off of here.
Oh, you were able to pick it up?
Here is, let me help you out here.
Yeah. Max Preps didn't help me earlier today.
No, Max Prep said nothing.
Thanks, Frank.
Okay, here we go. 1st and 10 for Sonora. Straight ahead handoff again, stacked up in the middle of the line, gaining about 1 on the play. Let's see if I can pull a number out of the bottom of that pile.
I'm not picking it up either.
Straight ahead handoff. Looked like Crockett had a hard time, wanted to hold on to his number 21. That's Elijah McDonald. No gain on the play, 2nd down and 10 for Sonora. Motion this time from the right. He's going to pitch it this way. Gets across the 20 to 15. Looking for a block. Knocked out of bounds at about the 11-yard line by Saunders.
Another flag on the field. I don't know if they're going to say that he was out of bounds. I don't know what that's going to be there. I didn't see any face mask. Jake, you see anything
No,
there?
and it didn't come from the judge that was standing right in front of him.
Yeah, it's from the far side, huh?
Illegal block in the back against Sonora, so that's going to bring that one back.
Mustangs did a good job of shedding off those blocks there and pushing that outside.
Hey, real quick, got a Calaveras Lumber East Harbor scoring update for you guys. With 7:16 left in the first quarter, it is Amador 7, Bret Hart 0.
I'm stunned.
I think I could start at quarterback tonight for Amador and win that game.
They could probably run without one.
All right, so after the penalty, it'll set up a second down and looks like there's another flag. Oh, is it going to be one of those nights? Last week, we saw so many penalties. Every single hard hit was a personal foul. This one's going to go against Sonora, and this one's not starting out any better, is it?
I missed that. Was he lined up?
Yeah, the guard was lined up in the neutral zone.
He was. Okay, that's what it looked like.
All right, so now that's going to go back to the 28-yard line.
28-yard line.
So Sonora will have it second down from there. They need to get to the 6 for a first down. So second down and 22. Sacked for a loss on the play. Nice job, Pineda back there, along with Elmore. And I believe number 52 was there, Mike Delgado.
Yeah, King did a good job of staying home here, too. And that was basically a coverage sack there. Mustangs very tight in coverage, nobody available. And as I said, King staying home, doing his job, kept the quarterback from taking off and running that ball. So nice job, nice disciplined defense by the Mustangs.
So a loss of 5 on that play. Now it's third and long. Crocker lets one go down the left side and got a receiver just out of the reach. Just overthrew him. The intended receiver on the play was number 80, Gabe Milborn. So that'll set up a fourth down and long, and Sonora's going to have to kick. So nice defensive stand there by the Mustangs as Sonora had it first down and 10 all the way down at the 16-yard line before the penalty bug struck them as it did the Mustangs on their first possession.
And the woes of the Bullfrogs continue as the Amador Buffaloes go up 7 more points, 14-0, guys.
Tell me it was another pick 6 by Deanda. All right, good snap. Kick is off, a low liner off to the right. And that one didn't get too far, but it went out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. Let's see where they mark it.
I don't think we're going to have an all-league punter coming out of this game today.
Ray Guy Award winner we have not seen so far tonight. All right, that'll put it back to the 12-yard line. So the Mustangs will have it for their second possession with 4:19 left to go here in the first quarter. Ominous start for both teams here as the Mustangs have it first and 10 for the 12.
Ball's going to be placed at the 12-yard line, where it'll be first down Mustangs.
So what are we looking at here, Frank? 88 yards? They got to go?
88 would be the number to find pay dirt. Inside handoff after they faked the pitch.
That looked like Fernandez
brought down
on
immediately.
Number 27, their fullback, there in at linebacker.
Was that Pineda on the carry?
Yeah, I believe so. Joshua Fernandez on the tackle.
Lost 2 on the play.
So Sanders checking in. It looks like Sanders and King are sending the plays in and out. So a loss of 1 on the play. It'll be second down and 11.
Yeah, seems like they're using King a little bit more at that 4-back, alternating with the younger Josiah Sanders tonight.
Yeah, so both Sanders are on the wing. Pineda in the fullback position. Davis wants to throw. He's looking over the middle. Incomplete. Was looking for Josiah Sanders. Just a little bit out of his reach.
May have been some late contact there on the defense.
Slightly overthrown.
Maybe even a defensive holding rather than a pass interference, but nothing was called.
Third down and 11 for the Mustangs. So King goes back in with the play.
3 minutes, 32 seconds left in the first quarter.
They're going to be punting out of their end zone here if they don't get some yardage here, but the clock just continues to roll. 3:32 left to go in the quarter. Davis straight ahead handoff. Gains maybe 2 on the play. That was Pineda. That was almost conceding the 4th down there with that play call.
Look how he hits the hole, though, Frank. I like the way Pineda runs from fullback. This dive a lot better than that counter they were running a couple weeks ago.
Well, a real nice job by the linebacker, number 30 for Sonora, to fill that hole. And if I had a number 30 on the roster, I'd give him credit. Another lousy punt. I don't even know how else to describe it. The ball bounced out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. So that's where Sonora is going to have their second possession, 1st and 10 from the Mustang 30. And like I said, I don't recall that being the case the first Argonaut game I called, but
I thought King may have been the punter. Jake, wasn't he? I don't want to say it. I
don't know. Anyway, okay, Sonora's got their second possession, 1st and 10 from the 30. Great field position again, 5 yards closer than they started their last. Crockett under center. Wide receiver split to the left. He wants to give it off tackle to the right, gain of a couple on the play, still fighting in the scrum, still pushing forward.
Geez.
I think he's going to end up with a first down there as the line just kept pushing and pushing. Helmet came off of one of the Mustang players, number 57, Colton Clark. He's going to have to come out of the game.
Look at how low he gets. You hear about running behind your pads, folks. This is exactly what people mean. Keep your legs moving.
Ended up gaining about 11 on the play inside the 20-yard line to the 19. It'll be 1st and 10 for Sonora.
Little fullback 101 right there. That was beautiful.
Hey, look, Calaveras Lumber ASAR, we're scoring update for you guys. In the first quarter, Calaveras on top of Somerville, 7-0.
Tell you what, Frank, 2 minutes 30 seconds left for all the penalties. It's actually a pretty quick moving first quarter here.
All right, new set of downs for the Wildcats. 1st and 10. Wide receiver split both sides. I formation in the backfield. Hand to number 21. Initial contact right away, able to break one tackle. That was McKernan.
Michael Hayes did a good job, Frank, of shedding his block, but just couldn't get the arm tackle here on this play. But did a nice job freeing up here.
He had him about at the line of scrimmage there, then just couldn't hold him down as he kept driving forward and finally brought down by Josiah Sanders. So up to the 15, so it'll be 2nd down and 6.
Arm tackles aren't getting these Wildcat backs on the ground, I'll tell you that. These guys don't go down easy.
Motion coming from the right, straight ahead. Oh, Crockett kept it this time, followed him right through the hole. Nice little nifty running there, got it down inside the 5-yard line. Wildcats are going to have it 1st and goal. So he faked the dive, and then he just followed the fullback right through the dive hole.
Did a great job. He put that in there deep and pulled it out. I thought the quarterback had handed that ball off personally.
So 1st and goal for the 3 for the Wildcats. And I'm not sure I don't run the same play.
Looks like Sonora's starting to find what they want to do here against the Mustangs defense.
There's a whistle now.
Offsides.
Before the snap. Offsides against the defense. So that'll be half the distance of the goal. So that'll be 1st down and goal from the 1.5-yard line.
You know what, Frank? I don't know if we have him on our roster as of yet, but I believe Marzano is now playing for the Mustangs. Had to miss the first 5 games of the season, a transfer from Amador, and they're very high on him. Really a good center, and we're hoping to see what that does for the Mustangs.
All right, 1st and goal for the 1.5-yard line for the Wildcats. 43 seconds left to go. Pitch trying to get around the left side, breaks a tackle, walks into the end zone for the Wildcat touchdown. That was number 26, Hunter Faust. And just like that, the Wildcats take it 30 yards in for the touchdown. 1.5-yard run by Faust to make the score 6-0, awaiting the extra point.
King just couldn't quite get him. As I was saying a second ago, it looks like Sonora's starting to figure out what they want to do against the Mustangs and what they're able to do. Mustangs really haven't had a lot of success yet on offense. It's early in this ball game, but this defense needs to step up and find an answer here.
A low line drive kick, but it made it through the upright. So we'll look at 39 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Sonora Wildcats 7, Argonaut Mustangs 0. We'll be back with more first quarter reaction right after this.
Today's cars have become very complicated. Even changing an air filter can be difficult. With such advanced technology, what automotive repair shop can you depend on? For 27 years, Argonaut Automotive has kept up with today's advanced technology. They're an ASE-certified full-service repair center, as well as a STAR-certified smog check and repair station. Right now, you can receive a 10% discount up to $100 on any maintenance or repair work. Remember, at Argonaut Automotive, you'll find quality work at a fair price. Call 223-2174. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here at Dan Barnett Field where the scoreboard shows the Sonora Wildcats 7, Argonaut Mustangs 0. Sonora set to kick.
All right, 39 seconds left to go in this first quarter, and you know, JD, it's just you can't continue to put your defense in that kind of down and distance field position. I mean, Sonora's first two possessions, first one was from the 35-yard line of Argonaut, the second was from the 30-yard line, and expect to just shut them down. It's just,
and like you said, especially in high school, field position means so much, especially with the Mustangs offense. You know, they need good field position.
Kickoff to the right, fielded by Saunders at about the 15-yard line, and he stepped out of bounds. He should have just let that go out. One more bounce, it was heading out of bounds, and they would have had it at the 35-yard line. But he picked it up and then stepped out of bounds, so the Mustangs are going to have it at the 15.
They're not helping themselves out at all here early.
Well, there again, we talk about down and distance again. Now you're setting yourself up for a long field. If you don't get a couple first downs, now you're giving your opponent great field position again. That would be 3 times in a row.
And that ball goes out of bounds. That's at the 35, right?
Absolutely.
So you're looking at a 20-yard difference right there to start your drive.
And that's where it was going. It was kicked directionally that way. So 36 seconds, so I'm anticipating one play here before the quarter runs out. So Davis under center. Both Saunders on the wing straight ahead. No, Davis is trying to give it to Saunders, trying to get around. Oh, and he is hammered.
Oh, is he ever. That's 21, Frank. That's that running back that they can't pull down. Oh, my God.
And Joshua Sanders just got hammered for a loss of 3 on the play and 20 seconds left. I don't know why they would try to run another play. I'd let this quarter run out. 13 seconds left. They do not have to run a play. They may try to get another one in. 7 seconds, 6 now. No, they're not going to do it. That'll be it. 3 seconds left, 2. That's the end of the first quarter. Look at the scoreboard. Sonora Wildcats 7, Argonaut Mustangs 0. Second quarter action right after this.
Central State Credit Union is a great place to begin your search for a new vehicle, and you can share the benefits of your membership by referring family and friends. Just like you, they can save a lot of money with a great rate and a lot of time at the dealership by going in with a pre-approval. Invite your family and friends to experience the difference today. Applying for an auto loan is easy with options including in-branch or online application and pre-approval. Visit them online at centralstatecu.org or call them at 444-5300. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by NCUA. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back, getting ready to get this second quarter underway. Not a whole lot to shout about for either team there in the first quarter other than great field position for Sonora on their 2 possessions. They were able to punch one in for 7.
You know, I just realized Frank Pinedo, we've been calling his name from fullback. Hernandez has had some good success, number 33 for the Mustangs. We like the way he runs, but I see him on the sideline here, and he's wearing a sweatshirt under his jersey, so I don't know if he's even active tonight.
Well, he has not been in the game, so here goes Davis. Second down. Davis wants to throw. He looked like trying to set up a screen. Gets it to Sanders. Sanders gets across the 20-yard line and brought down. Nice little gain on the play.
Yeah, nice running by Josiah Sanders there.
They set up that screenplay pretty well. It'll set up a 3rd down and 3.
So it was a throw, huh? I missed where the ball went to.
23-yard line where it'll be 3rd down and 3.
Davis is so short, and that's not a knock on him, but he's a shorter guy. He's a sophomore playing. I couldn't see the ball come out of his hand when there was a defender in front of him.
All right, 3rd down and 3 for the Mustangs. Really help them out if they can get a first down here. Get out of the shadow of their own end zone. There's a flag. Oh, and Argonaut burns their 2nd timeout.
Jake, get us a replay really quick. I want to look at this formation and see if we can get it.
So they've got one left.
He's in the wing. He just looks like he's a little farther out.
Yeah.
I thought they may have been running a different formation there.
Yeah, so they've only have 1 timeout left. They burned 2 already. We just started the 2nd quarter, 11:27 to go. And Argonaut calls its 2nd timeout of the half. Each team has 3 each half. So Argonaut down to 1 left, trailing 7-0 here.
Hey, A.J. Johnson Images up there on the scoreboard. Aaron Johnson, my brother-in-law, great photographer. Shout out to him. And got to see Kate, my niece, one of my favorite people ever. She was here, Kate Johnson. Don't see Luke very often here at the games. I know he's out here somewhere, but got to say hi to the family. Love you guys.
All right, here we go. 3rd down and 3 for the Mustangs after the timeout. Davis wants to throw. He throws it complete across the 30-yard line. I believe that was to Elmore.
Nice job by Davis, too, putting that ball on his hands where only he had a shot of getting it. We don't see quick slants enough in high school, Frank. I know you like to play as well, but just kind of releases out here.
Well, they're pretty easy to complete.
Exactly,
I mean,
very high percent. That was almost like a release pop pass in a way. Jake, did you see that? I thought it was a slant, but it was a little more subtle than a slant.
He was in the tight end position and just kind of released.
Yeah, it just kind of came out.
Like a 2-step drop.
Yeah, it was a flat route.
Just a easy pitch and catch. Davis wants to throw again. This time a little swing pass to Saunders. Nice tackle, open field right there by number 44 of Sonora. That is Hunter Brewer. Josiah Sanders completion, but 1 yard gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 9 for the Mustangs.
Jake and I were talking about this off mic at the commercial. Sonora's doing a great job in their open field tackling, and there's just a noticeable difference in the way they close in and finish the play defensively. And an example of it right there.
All right, so 2nd down and 9 for the Mustangs. Davis wants to throw again. He throws out to, and Elmore dropped it.
That was a
Tried
good
to
ball.
find Elmore. He just kind of released, came right across the field, and actually it was a pretty good pass that Elmore should have caught.
It really was a nice throw.
So 3rd down and 9. Those are high percentage completion passes. He came in. You see that? It was a little hitch. He was at the left side. He went to the middle, then just stopped and came back.
This is what I say Amador should be doing right now as well. A little bit more of that shorter passing game instead of, run it and then throw it deep, run it, throw it deep. Really opens up the run. I like that high percentage play right there.
So 3rd and 9 for the Mustang. Davis wants to throw again, complete this time to Sanders, breaks a tackle, gets across the 40 to the 45. 1st down for the Mustangs. That was number 12, Joshua Sanders.
Great catch. Thrown a little behind him, I believe, Frank.
So the Mustangs have decided it doesn't look like we run too good, so we're going to try to pass it. So a new set of downs as the ball is set on the 47-yard line after the 3rd down completion.
Again, want to give a big shout out to Cam Merzlak, RTV, Merzlak Signs, with our camera work here tonight, doing a great job. We always appreciate him and everything he does in the community. Merzlak Signs.
All right, Davis under center. Double wing formation. Tried that inside counter and just nothing going on there. Brought down immediately. That was Pineda. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Hey, we got a Calaveras Lumber Ace Hardware scoring update for you guys. So, over in Calaveras, our other game of the week, we have a 14-0 Calaveras over Somerville, their homecoming Calaveras there. And at the end of the 1st quarter, this game is over, I think. Amador 21, Bret Hart 0.
All right, Davis under center, motion coming from the right. Davis wants to throw, and he's in trouble. He's sacked from behind. Run down from behind. He didn't see him coming. He was coming off his blind side. That was number 2, Aiden Levy. And big loss on the play all the way back to the 40-yard line. And he just was on a blitz and caught Davis from the blind side, and there was just nothing he could do.
He didn't even have a chance to see him either, Frank.
So third down now, and it looks like about 18 for the Mustangs. There's a flag. Whistle blows. Either a false start, I'm going to guess. Let's see. No, it's encroachment against Sonora. So that'll pick up 5 yards, make it a little easier for a third down and 13 now for the Mustangs.
Think we see a screen here, Frank? They run the ball. What do you think they're going to do?
Well, you know, they ran that screen the first time pretty well. I don't think they're going to run the ball.
Yeah.
I think they've already decided by what they've gone to after that first possession that we're going to have to throw the ball to move the football.
I agree.
And I think you'll see some running plays mixed in a little bit to try to keep the defense honest.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks to me like they've pretty much decided they're going to need to throw the football to have a chance in this ball game. So here we go, 3rd and 13, Davis under center. Motion coming from the right. He wants to throw, and he's hit right as he lets it go, and it's intercepted. All the way back to about close to the 50-yard line. That was number 44, Hunter Brewer. You know, Dad was kind of an ill-advised throw. He got hit right when he let that thing go, and Brewer just went up higher than Elmore did and pulled that one in.
Tell you what, if you had another guy down there, it wouldn't have been much different than their punts these days, at least in this game. But nice little return. Jeshua Sanders had a nice open field tackle there on the end.
So Sonora gets it on the Mustang side of the field again. The third possession that they've had in this game. They're at the 51. I thought it was on the other side, so I take that back. They're 1 yard short of that. But good field position again to start their third possession. Crockett under center. There's a whistle again.
I didn't see movement, did you?
I don't know, but I'm just hearing a lot of whistles.
Yeah, a lot of whistles, you're right.
Yep, against the defense.
Huh?
I think that's the fourth defensive offsides called already on both teams.
Yeah.
And so, you know, these refs need to talk to the kids out there. They think they're lining up right. So for them to have that many penalties this early, they need to communicate. Motion coming from the left. Crawford's got it, running down the left side. He's going to keep it. He gets across the 45-yard line down to about the 44. So a gain of a couple after the 5-yard penalty made it 1st and 5. It's going to be 2nd down and about 3.
And you're right, Frank, what you said with the officials, because a lot of these have been called without jumping, just lining up.
Well, it's kind of like when I played receiver, I'd be out wide. I'd look at the official and say, okay, and he'd tell me if I needed to move.
Yeah.
I mean, for that to be called this many times so far in the first half, there needs to be communication by these officials to these players.
Agreed.
Because they're just lining up wrong.
Yeah, totally.
It's not something they're doing on purpose.
Yeah.
Oh, nice tackle in the backfield right there by the Mustangs. Sanders had him first. That was number 87, Michael Hayes, had him first.
Was it Elmore that finished him, Frank?
And then got finished up. Let's see on the replay here. Elmore grabbed him first. It was kind of a little reverse coming around. Had penetration coming through there. Yeah, it was Elmore first and then finished up by Hayes?
Or vice versa.
Yeah, Hayes. It was Elmore. Hayes had him first and Elmore finished him off.
And even though Hayes didn't get the tackle, he set that up. That was a nice
3rd
job.
down and 8 now for Sonora. Crockett wants to throw. He's looking to the left. Got a wide open receiver. Easy pitch and catch there. That's a 1st down. Completed to number 80. That's Gabe Milborn.
I like the way that ball comes out for number 11 there. What's the quarterback's name?
Crockett.
Crockett.
Nick Crockett.
He's got a nice smooth motion there, southpaw. It looks like he's got an arm too. We're about 6 minutes left to go here in the first half. A lot of penalties, but the action's still moving along here.
1st and 10 from the 39-yard line now for Sonora. Crockett wants to throw again. Another quick out. Looked like the same pattern. He just overthrew his receiver this time. Milborn was the intended receiver on the pass. So it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Tell you, if I'm Sonora, I think I might just be running it down the Mustangs' throat and making them stop me. But they're going to the passing game quite frequently here.
Well, that pattern in a row.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you there's a hitch and go in the future in this game.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Real quick, Calaveras Lumber Ace Hardware scoring update, 28-0 in favor of Amador, 11:16 left in the second quarter.
Second down and 10. Crockett gives straight ahead. Big hole, number 21, busting through, rumbling and bumbling. That's Mike McKernan. All the way down to the 25-yard line. First down for Sonora. Nice hard run by McKernan.
I don't want to be in front of that boy when he's running downhill.
He had a little bit of head of steam there, didn't he?
Yeah.
The big fullback.
He's hard to take down.
All right, first and 10 for the Wildcats. 5:40 left to go here in the second quarter. Sonora leads 7-0. Goes in motion. Crockett straight ahead. Keeps it himself. We got out of the screen there. Pitched an option around to the left. Gets down to the 10-yard line. Another first down. That was the motion man. I believe that was number 3, Owen Bauer. He was set up on the right wing. He went into motion right before the snap. And it was almost like a triple option there. Where he faked it to McKernan in the middle, went straight down the line, pitched it back to Bauer for a nice gain on the play, but there's another penalty holding against Sonora, so that one's coming back.
Which is unfortunate, Frank, because Crockett ran that perfect, put it in almost kind of like a belly-type play, pulls it out, did a great job there, but waited for the defensive end to commit to him before he pitched it, and that is so important on that option play. A lot rides on the quarterback, and Crockett read that and ran that perfectly.
So after the penalty, it'll set up a second down and 15 for Sonora. Back to the 30-yard line.
How many options do you think we see in a season, Frank? 2 to 3? I mean, people just don't run the option at this level anymore.
No, not a lot. That's just not the in vogue offense to run anymore.
Yep.
Oh, it looked like they wanted to run the same play, and there was confusion. Crockett ran into the back, ended up keeping the ball. McKernan did, and gained a couple yards on the play. But Crockett either came out too wide because him and McKernan ran into each other. They wanted to run the exact same play they had run before, the option. Now, which option he was going to take, I don't know. But when they ran into each other, McKernan ended up with the ball and gained a couple on the play, so it'll be second down and 13 for Sonora. Definitely in 4-down territory at this point.
About 4 minutes left here, folks.
Pitch this time coming around the right side to number 2. Gets the corner. Nice little gain on the play. That was Aiden Kostlivy.
And number 53 for the Mustangs, Max Todd, and no surprise, put a nice hit on him.
So that'll set up a third down and 4 for Sonora. Like I said, definitely in 4-down territory. They're on the 19-yard line.
You see Todd never give up on that play, continuing to go lateral. Sanders comes up short, and he finishes it off. Really a nice play. We like the way he plays. We've called his name quite a bit. Max Todd always showing up on our film here on defense.
3rd and 4 for the Wildcats. 2 receivers split wide to the left. Look at the line splits. They've really widened out on this play. Crockett's going to keep it. He turns the corner. He's going to get the first down and more. Absorbed the first hit, got down across the 10-yard line. So it'll be a first down and goal for Sonora.
It's a good thing they didn't hand it off to that first man they faked to, Frank, because Michael Hayes came in and lit him up.
So it'll be first down and goal for Sonora now. 3:10 left to go in the half. Sonora won the toss and deferred, so they will be receiving the ball to start the second half.
This will be big for the Mustangs if they can hold this to a field goal or a stop, because with the way this game's been going, really surprising that it's as close as it is.
All right, first and goal for the Wildcats. Motion from the right, straight ahead handoff this time to number 21. Spun around pretty good, but still on his feet moving forward. Nice gain on the play. Initially, Tyler Belch had a hold of him, but McDonald was able to fight through it down to about the 3-yard line.
This kid must squat like 500 pounds or something, Frank, because Argonaut, they have a great weightlifting program. They're always strong. They fundamentally tackle well. They cannot get him to the ground.
So second down and goal for Sonora. Nice hard running there by McKernan.
He's my favorite back I've seen in the league so far.
That was Elijah McDonald, number 20. I've got 2 number 21s here. Where's that roster I gave you?
Yeah, number 21, we have McDonald on this one, Frank.
Crockett's got it, trying to get around the right corner. Nice job stringing that out, knocked out of bounds. So McDonald is 21, so
Fernandez is 27.
What is McKernan?
Again, folks, we received these rosters from the opposing team, and we didn't get a good one to start with, and so they gave us an updated one here, and we're just trying to figure out who exactly is who at this point. We really appreciate Sonora coming through with this updated roster for us.
No gain on the play. Brings up a 3rd down.
That's the 2nd week in a row Max Preps has let us down.
Yeah.
Elijah McDonald. Oh, that's Isaiah McDonald.
I don't even see a McKernan on this one, Frank.
Yeah, okay, here we go. 3rd down and goal for the Wildcats. Crockett keeps it himself, gets around 1 tackle. He's close to the goal line, but they have not signaled, so he just stopped short.
He stretched his arm out, and his knee looked like it must have been down just shy.
4th down and goal from the 1.
So here's
First
a
and
huge
4th down
play,
and goal
Frank.
from the 1.
Huge play. So 4th and 1, we assume they're going to go for this.
Oh, absolutely.
And if the Mustangs stop them and hold it to 1 touchdown here in the first half, that's going to be one heck of a defensive victory. Let's see what the Mustangs can do.
All right, 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. Crockett's going to give it straight ahead handoff. He's in. No signal yet.
He's in there.
I don't know why they haven't signaled it.
Looked like he was pretty deep in there, wasn't he, Frank? Touchdown.
Now they that was slow. They find. I'm looking at the screen here and I'm going,
hello.
They're a lot closer than I am. 1-yard touchdown run by somebody. Was it Crockett?
It was big 21. Was that Fernandez 21? The beast?
No, Fernandez, Elijah McDonald.
Or Elijah McDonald, excuse me.
All right, on to kick the extra point. 13-0 Sonora here. 1:06 left to go in the half. Good snap. Kicks up, and it's good. Sonora, 1:06 left to go in the second quarter, takes a 14-0 lead. We'll be back with more second quarter action right after this.
Football fans, stay in touch with Conifer Communications high-speed internet wherever you are. Stream the game live, connect with fans during and after the game, Facebook Live the winning play, or upload those Instagram photos. Conifer Communications may be local, but offers big-time internet service with fast speed, no data limits, plus VoIP phone service. Connect with Conifer today, 866-378-8393, or stop by their office in San Andreas on Highway 49.
You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here at Dan Barnett Field where the Sonora Wildcats are set to kick off. Real quick, Calaveras Lumber Ace Hardware scoring update, 21-0. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Calaveras on top of Somerville, guys.
Well, no surprises so far tonight. I picked Sonora, I picked Calaveras, and I picked Amador.
Well,
I don't know what the Magic 8 Ball did.
Well, we're going to hear from the Magic 8 Ball at halftime.
All right, here we go. 1:06 left to go in the half. Argonaut finds himself down 14-0 desperately. I don't know why you would kick the ball short in that situation, but they did. Why don't you give your opponent good field position? And that's what Argonaut's going to have, the best field position of the night with the return all the way up to the 40-yard line.
You know,
I just fail to understand the philosophy behind that.
I know the philosophy here. It's I don't, as a coach, I don't respect anything their offense can do. I'm going to make sure they don't return the kick. We'll give them good field position because they're not going to do anything with it. That's what this coaching staff's saying from Sonora. They are not respecting this Argonaut offense with a minute left at all.
Well, you know what I got to say about that? That is what I call stinking thinking. That's just stinking thinking. I mean, you've pinned them back all day long. Your defense has been dominant. Maybe you get an easy point here in the last minute. You have all 3 timeouts left. They only have 1, and you give them the ball at the 40? Don't understand it. But that's why I'm up here, and they're down there. All right, 1st and 10 for the Mustangs, the 40-yard line. Last possession ended in an interception. Straight ahead handoff to Pineda this time. Fights forward for about 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 7. And there is a late flag that came in well after the play was over.
Pineda was the ball carrier.
And he is pointing out the spot of the foul, and they're going to mark it against Sonora, it looks like. personal foul, blow to the head.
Oh, wow.
Foul hit to the head against Sonora.
So that'll be a 15-yarder. Remember, the Mustangs only have one timeout left after burning 2 early in this half. So that'll put the ball down to the 42
Ball's down to the
42-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 from there.
You know, Mustangs have a shot for a field goal if they can get inside the 20. Remember, folks, you have to add about 17 yards to where the ball is for the field goal. You got to account for the end zone, and about 7 yards back is where they usually hold it. So Mustangs are probably going to have to get inside that 20 to have any success there.
All right, Mustangs are right in front of us now. Pitch to Sanders, and he's dropped for a big loss by number 27. That's Josh Fernandez. The pitch to Joshua Sanders, and he just didn't have a chance. Argonaut's going to call their final timeout with 44 seconds left. We're going to keep it right here. We got 44 seconds left. That's the last Argonaut timeout of the half. And he's going to try to get a couple more plays in here.
And Frankie,
they're obviously going to go to the air.
As you can see, Coach Rick Davis very happy with everything he's seeing right now and just telling these young men how happy he is about the way everything's going. Which, of course, I'm being a smart behind there. He did not look happy at all, folks, when these guys came in here.
It's hard to see. It's hard. It's hard to see you being facetious on the radio.
Behind. Yeah, exactly. No, Davis looked. We'll use a P word. PO'd. Just a little bit.
No timeouts left. 44 seconds for Argonaut. Now, are they going to try something, or do you say let's just not do anything silly? And
after that interception they threw and had a nice little return on it, I don't know if I'm taking much of a chance, Frank, at this point.
Well, we'll see. Davis wants to throw. He looks a little swing pass out to the
like
left.
it,
Got
though.
a little room. He's got the sideline to the 20. One man to beat. Down to the inside the 10-yard line. That was number 11, Josiah Saunders. What a great play right there coming off of that timeout. Now, Argonaut needs a hustle. In high school football, the clock does stop to move the first down markers, so they will not stop until they change. I'm not sure you don't clock it right here.
I'll tell you what, Frank, King missed the block out there out in the open field, but what a smart play to run. If you're going to take a chance, don't throw it over the middle.
I have
for an
no idea why the
interception.
clock isn't running, because it should be. It is now.
Great call at the right
Trying
time.
to get around this right side and drop. No gain on the play, a loss of a couple, and now the clock's running, and you better get to the line in a hurry right now. Loss of a couple on the play. That was number 80. I think you were asking about him. That was Andre King.
Mm-hmm.
So second down, motion from the right. Oh, Davis gets out of the grasp and overthrows his intended receiver. He's lucky he didn't take that sack, because that would have run the clock out. Argonaut's going to have one play left.
Frank, I don't know how he didn't get sacked.
5 seconds left. He had his arms wrapped around him, and somehow Davis wiggled out of it.
So are they going for it? They kicking here. What are they doing, you think?
I think they're going for it. Nope. Who's number 23? Is that their kicker?
I believe Davis is 23. So hard to
You're
see.
right,
It's
it is.
hard to pick up his number.
So they're going for it. They don't want the 3. They want the 7. This will be the last play they have. Now Sonora is going to call a timeout.
Timeout Sonora. That's their first charge timeout.
Hey, with the way this game's been going and the way that the Sonora offense is moving the ball, 3 points when you're down 14 probably just doesn't do it for you. Mustangs are gambling, feel they need to do so.
Well, and I don't know how confident they are in their field goal kicker.
Yeah, that too.
At this point, it's not a long kick. It'd be a 27-yarder. But
hey, Frank, when you played in a strong, when you were in high school, it was a stronger division than what we always played in. Were there guys kicking field goals?
No.
Not even extra points,
Matter,
really, huh?
Yeah, we kicked extra points because I was the center on the extra point.
Okay.
And that was before they had the rule you couldn't blow up the center.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was the center. Bobby Rusk, my buddy, was the holder, and Ronnie Doss Reese was the kicker.
Okay.
And we got really excited when we got to kick an extra point.
I was the holder, and we kicked one field goal against St. Helena. I'll never forget it. Jordan Smith kicks it. The most nervous I've ever been in high school football. The one I think we attempted all season.
All right, 5 seconds left to go. Last play of the half. Davis under center. He fakes it. Now there's a flag. He faked the inside counter. I think they're pointing to Argonaut.
And now they may be putting the kicking unit in.
Yeah, it looks like a false start against the Mustangs.
That's a bit of a late false start call.
Yeah, honestly, Jake.
So
after
now
the plays
they
have
are
developed.
going to attempt the field goal. That will be a 32-yarder. This is King attempting the 32-yard. This will be the last play of the half. So the 32-yard field goal attempt by King. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up. Looks good. It is.
Hey.
Nice job by King with zeros on the scoreboard. 1/2 of play in the books. Sonora Wildcats 14, the Argonaut Mustangs 3. We'll be back with our halftime show right after this.
Glass Doctor's new showroom and design center is open. See and feel heavy glass shower enclosures, quality vinyl, luxury wood windows and doors. Whether it's new construction or remodels, foggy and broken glass, homes and commercial buildings, we do it all and are happy to consult with you for your project. We still install quality auto glass and calibrate your windshields for safety. So stop by today at Highway 49 just before Jackson Gate Road and O'Reilly Auto Parts, or go to glassdoctor.com for a free estimate.
Did you know that every new vehicle at Thompson's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is priced below the manufacturer's suggested retail price? It's true. That's one way their 10-point value guarantee gives you peace of mind and added value. That's Thompson's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram at 126 Forney Road in Placerville. Visit them on the web at placervillejeep.com or call 888-874-5976. A longtime supporter of youth activities in Amador County, the folks at Camps Propane hope you enjoyed tonight's high school football action on Hometown Radio. Visit Camp's showroom on Highway 88 in Pioneer. Ask about the Easy Saver program and senior discounts available. And you'll never run out of gas again with Camp's Smart System Tank Monitoring program. They also carry a complete line of RV supplies, gas refrigerators, and barbecues. For more information, visit Camps Propane in Pioneer or their website at campspropane.com. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
And we're back here at Dan Barnett Field where halftime is here. We have a scoreboard showing 14-3 in favor of the Mustangs, guys.
So I didn't need to wear my suit tonight, Frank. I thought we were going to be in
Yeah,
front
you're
of
all
our new
official. You
our
got
new
a new
banner.
shirt too, man.
Hey, KVGC.
Yeah.
You know.
I'll say, so I got to tell you, folks, before we get into this halftime, I've got to get back on my soapbox because you've heard me talk about this ad nauseum over the years. All right, so exactly what I'm talking about. Sonora goes up 14-0. They've been kicking the ball deep the whole game. Argonaut's starting field position on their first 3 possessions was the 25, the 12, and the 15. Argonaut did nothing. Sonora decided to do a little pooch kick and give them the ball at the 40. Guess what happens? Argonaut scores. Why?
And you know what, Frank? I agree with you. I don't like it either. And here's my thing on it. Some people say we don't want to give them a chance to set up and return that and have a big return and blah, blah, blah. But there's 3 phases of the game. There's offense, there's defense, and special teams. Let your special teams, let your kick coverage do what you practice and what they're designed to do. And by trying to protect that unit, that's what happens. And we saw it just now. Argonaut would not likely have scored had that ball been kicked.
Well, they only had
deep.
1 timeout. You give them a long field to work with. I mean, it's not like they're a quick strike offense.
Yeah.
And I just don't understand coaches making those decisions. All right, I'm done. I'm not going to mention it again until the next time it happens, I promise. So let's take a look at the first half. Argonaut was behind the chains the whole time in the first half with horrible field position, and then they didn't get helped out there, their punter, that much. And so Sonora started the ball in great field position. Their first time they had the ball, they started on the Argonaut 35-yard line. Argonaut defense did a pretty good job, held them, a couple penalties. Sonora ended up having to punt. The next possession, though, after Argonaut couldn't move the ball, Sonora starts on Argonaut's 30-yard line. This time resulted in a touchdown with 39 seconds left in the first half. Faust took it in from the 1.5-yard line after a half the distance of the goal penalty from the 3. So with 39 seconds left, Sonora takes a 7-0 lead, and that's how the first quarter ended. But early in the second quarter, Argonaut throws an interception. Sonora again starts with good field position at their own 49-yard line. They go on a 51-yard drive, finished by a 1-yard Elijah McDonald touchdown, and they were up 14-0. Then right before the half, and that was with 1:06 left, so really nothing happened in the second quarter.
Yeah.
They were just kind of playing around in the middle of the field. The clock continued to run. Then right at the end, with less than 2 minutes left, Argonaut gets the ball back, and Sonora, a pooch kick. Argonaut starts with good field position at the 40-yard line. They ended up on a real nice play by Saunders on a completion, runs down the sideline, just a little swing pass, raced down the sidelines all the way down to the 20-yard line. They were going for it on fourth down. They got called for a false start, backed them up 5 yards, so they decided to take the point. King came on, made the 32-yard field goal, halftime score 14-3.
And now we're sitting at a touchdown with an extra 2-point conversion, and a field goal is basically the difference, so it's a 2-possession difference here, but the Argonaut Mustangs defense would have to make some stops and come up with some offensive production after. But you know what? That swing pass you talked about, Frank, when he ran up the sideline, he had King out with him. Very well designed once it opened up. I don't know if Sonora was just looking for something different. That was about the fourth time they've run the swing pass today, or if the Mustangs changed the play in some kind of way, but that was wide open.
Well, I'm sure whatever film that they've seen on Argonaut, as you talked about before, the Castlemont game that you did, they didn't throw one pass.
Not one.
Okay. Early on, after the first timeout that Coach Davis called in the first quarter, I think it became apparent to him early that they were not going to win this game on the ground. Mm-hmm. They've thrown the ball more. Now, we did see them throw it quite a bit in El Dorado the very first game of the year.
And against Houston, they threw a lot.
But they decided they're going to have to throw the football tonight. Now, they did throw the one interception that ended up costing them a touchdown at the end of that drive. But I think that they're going to need to continue to do that and mix in some runs, maybe some jet sweeps or something, although Sonora's done a pretty good job in containing those corners they've tried to run the ball outside. Mm-hmm. So, we'll see what's going to happen in the second half. It's 14-3.
Yep.
I mean, it certainly isn't like the Amador game, 28-0 after one quarter or whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, I don't think Sonora's the powerhouse that they've been in the past. I do not expect them to win the league this year. I do not expect them to go undefeated this year. Matter of fact, I think it's very feasible that they could lose 2 games, both to Amador as well as Calaveras. But as I talked about in before the season, in the early season preview, I saw the league shaking out this year of teams that have a chance and teams that don't have a chance. And I saw 3 teams that had a chance and 3 teams that didn't. And the 3 teams that I think that have a chance to win the league this year is Amador, 1, Calaveras, and Sonora. Other than that, the other 3 teams, I just don't think they have the horsepower.
Have you seen
in order
Calaveras?
To do that. Yes.
Because I haven't seen
I've seen Calaveras a couple times.
What do you think of, because I agree with you, I really like what I see from Amador. You and I have talked about it. We really like their defense, especially the way they contain the edge. What do you think is going to happen when Amador and Calaveras get together?
Calaveras can't score enough points to beat Amador.
Okay.
Calaveras is a little bit challenged on offense, and they're kind of like Argonaut used to be. They get behind, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
See, that's the problem with Argonaut today. You can't play from behind. Mm-hmm. You have to score first. You have to control the clock. You need to shorten the game, because when you're playing from behind, that means you're playing a brand of football that you're not used to.
Oh, totally. Now you're throwing all the time, so you can't use the run to set up the throw or vice versa.
Calaveras is the same way.
Plays at that point.
Amador defense is so stifling.
Yes.
And I mean, folks, if you haven't seen them, I'm not exaggerating. No. That defense is for real.
Yeah.
They are number 2 in Division 6 behind Escalon.
Wow.
They are number 13 in the Sac Joaquin section. I'm talking not division.
Really?
Total.
Okay.
They got a good football team.
And
it all starts with that defense. And I just don't think that Calaveras can score the points, because they're a little bit challenged on what they do offensively, too. They don't throw the ball much.
So what I'm seeing here with Sonora that's killing Argonaut, they can't bring this guy down. 21 and 27, the names are escaping me right now. But
McDonald and Elijah McDonald, number 21, number 27, Josh Fernandez.
Yeah, these guys, I mean, they're just beasts all out. But I put Amador's defense in there. They're stopping those 2 boys. They're making those tackles. I fully believe that. I think Amador's going to take Sonora like you do.
Well, the nice thing about it is, if you're looking forward, because it always shifts, right? Amador gets Sonora and Calaveras at home
Okay.
this year. Obviously, last year they had them both on the road.
Yeah.
Okay. That means that they do have to travel to Somerville, which is always totally different than playing Somerville at home.
Yeah.
So it's a totally different deal. But so I think things shape up well. But other than that, I just think they got the best football team in the league.
You know,
So-
I think you're 100% right, Frank. I honestly I can't think of a team really in the Mother League that even honestly holds a candle to them at this point.
Well, this is the first time I've got a chance to look at Sonora, and I think Amador's the best team in the league.
Yeah, me too.
Without any question. We want to thank our sponsors. This halftime show is
The Thompson's Auto
sponsored
Center.
by Thompson Auto Center. Ron and Jeff Thompson over in Placerville. I've known them for a long time sponsors of our program. We want to thank all of our sponsors, Jackson Tire, The Glass Doctor, Conifer Communications.
Yes, Conifer Communications.
Armstrong and Son
and Son,
Construction. I don't
And-
have my list, so I'm trying to
I'm
remember
trying
off
to
the top of my head.
too.
But anyway, we appreciate the Jackson Tire. Did I say Jackson Tire?
Yes, I
long
believe so.
time sponsors. All these sponsors have been with us a long time. So that'll do it for our Thompson's Auto Center halftime show. We've got about 4.5 minutes left before we come back. They'll put 2 minutes on, then we'll start a second half action. So we're going to duck out for just a minute. We'll be back with second half of the Argonaut Mustangs and the Sonora Wildcats right after this.
Thompson's Toyota makes your car buying experience as easy and enjoyable as possible. Search through their extensive selection of new and pre-owned vehicles on the web at thompsonstoyota.com or request a price quote on the new vehicle of your choice. Thompson's Toyota, home of the one price, best value guarantee. 140 Forney Road in Placerville and on the web at thompsonstoyota.com. Remember when going for a walk around the block was easy and pain-free? Future you is ready to feel like that again. Mark Twain Medical Center's orthopedic experts are with you throughout the process, from first consultation to your last physical therapy session, so you can get back to living without joint pain, and future you can wander far and wide. Visit marktwainmedicalcenter.org/orthopedics. Mark Twain Medical Center. Hello, human kindness. The family of Armstrong & Son Construction and Armstrong Self-Storage are proud to sponsor Motherlode League football. Remember, when you need excavating, grading, septic system repairs, and other site work, call Armstrong & Son Construction. Or if you need a storage unit, stop by Armstrong Self-Storage for safe and secure storage. Conveniently located near the intersection of Highway 49 and Ridge Road. Armstrong & Son Construction, state license number 828209. Today's cars have become very complicated. Even changing an air filter can be difficult. With such advanced technology, what automotive repair shop can you depend on? For 27 years, Argonaut Automotive has kept up with today's advanced technology. They're an ASE-certified full-service repair center, as well as a STAR-certified smog check and repair station. Right now, you can receive a 10% discount up to $100 on any maintenance or repair work. Remember, at Argonaut Automotive, you'll find quality work at a fair price. Call 223-2174. Why do people come from all over to buy a vehicle from Thompson's Buick GMC in Placerville? To experience the best in customer service, great deals, and excellent selection. Thompson's makes car buying fun, easy, and convenient. Why, you can even order online and have your vehicle delivered. Thompson's Buick GMC, 55 Placerville Drive in Placerville, and on the web at thompsonsbuickgmc.com. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, and we are back here at Dan Barnett Field, where we're about 1 minute 31 seconds left in the halftime here, and we want to give a huge shout out to I guess Chef Casey, Rodney, and of course Chris Floyd out there over at Bistro 49. They just they just hooked us up with a bunch of food, like everybody here in the press box. And of course, they are our player of the game sponsor. So we'll keep you posted, of course, as everything develops. Also, we have Cam Merzlek, who gave us this amazing sign. For those of you who are watching and online and on YouTube here, seeing how we have this brand new, what is this, Cam, like 10 feet? Yeah, it's a 10 by 4. It's a fantastic thing here. So a great addition to the press box. And, of course, Cam, it's always great to have you in the press box as well. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and take another real quick break. We just want to remind everybody of some scores that are going on around the league. With 6:57 left in the second quarter, it is Calaveras 28, Somerville 0. And then at halftime, Amador piling on top of Bret Hart, 35-0. Jim, back to you.
Welcome back to the Magic 8-Ball Pigskin Picks of the Week. The 8-Ball took a few weeks off for a much-needed tune-up and polish as we enter into Motherlode League play. The 8-Ball's never gone up against as stiff competition as Frank. That didn't sound too good, did it? Anyway, on to tonight's predictions. First off, will Bret Hart pull off a win over Amador? The answer? Very doubtful. Will Calaveras start league play with a win over Somerville? Magic 8-Ball says it is decidedly so. And in tonight's Game of the Week, can the Mustangs pull off a victory over Sonora? Outlook not so good. Well, there you have it. Tonight's Magic 8-Ball Pigskin Picks of the Week. Please remember now the predictions offered by tarot cards, horoscopes, psychics, fortune tellers, and the Magic 8-Ball are no more reliable than flipping a coin. Unless the 8-Ball nails it, of course. Good luck, Motherlode League! Did you know that every new vehicle at Thompson's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is priced below the manufacturer's suggested retail price? It's true. That's one way their 10-point value guarantee gives you peace of mind and added value. That's Thompson's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram at 126 Forney Road in Placerville. Visit them on the web at placervillejeep.com or call 888-874-5976. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
There we go. Now we're back. All right. So, hey, I got to say, Jim, the Magic 8-Ball, I think you listened to my picks and then decided to change yours because you're finally on the money this week. Anyway, so we're getting ready to.
Come on now. Don't be pulling that stuff.
Huh? You don't think so? Hey, I want to give it.
No, the Magic 8-Ball doesn't lie.
Hey, I got to tell you, I got to give a big shout out because we just had a treat brought into the booth. Chris Floyd just came in with two big trays, one of pesto, chicken, and tomato stuff, and the other one with filet, mushroom, kind of béarnaise.
Yeah, red wine sauce, yeah.
Red wine sauce, just, delicious. He brought in these two big trays and plates and everything for the entire
and we're giving
booth. We're all, both sides of the aisle here. We're eating good food thanks to Bistro 49 and Chris Floyd.
And Jim, you're always the one, the short end of the stick when it comes to this kind of stuff. The man that owns the radio station never gets the perks, right?
We have a whole lot of it here, so your son might bring you some home, Jim.
We've already got you a to-go.
Yeah, this filet is pretty killer.
I'm sitting here trying to bum a soda from somebody.
So anyway, we needed to give a shout-out to Bistro 49. We're still looking for our Melon Phase BG Lounge Call of the Game, as well as, of course, we'll have our Bistro 49 Player of the Game at the conclusion of this matchup. So the clock just ticked to 0, so we're getting ready to get the second half underway.
And I want to give a shout-out to all the guys who are watching this right now. We're on live on YouTube in the BG Lounge and in Mel's as well. They're running 2 or 3 TVs out there, so everyone's watching right now. We've got about 27 people watching right now. So
nice. Well, hopefully you guys are enjoying a nice cold alcoholic beverage, adult beverage, I should say. And thanks for tuning in and checking out the Mustangs and the Wildcats here on our broadcast, KVGC YouTube Facebook page.
So, Frank, if I come on like that, that's Bistro 49's fault.
Don't you normally sound like that?
No, I sound like this.
All right, we're getting ready to. Sonora won the toss to the start of this game, and they deferred, so Argonaut will be kicking off to start this second half. Again, Sonora leads this one 14-3. And we're getting ready to get this win. We've got 24 minutes of action left to go here in week 1 of Motherlode League play. Here's the opening kickoff. It's high and it's deep. Splits the receivers, goes into the end zone for a touchback.
That's the way you do it, folks.
That's what I like to see in high school football. Touchbacks are your friend. So Sonora will get it 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. That's how this third quarter is going to get started.
And see, folks, that's even another reason now with the pros, it's now coming out to the 25, not here in high school, still to the 20. So you put a good kick on it, goes through the end zone like that. Now Sonora has to go 80 yards.
Something they haven't shown us that they can do so far tonight.
We've had a lot of penalties, too, in the first half of this game. Let's see if this can clean up a little bit.
That just seems to be something that's been going on all year long. Okay, here we go. 1st and 10 for Sonora. Crockett under center. Straight ahead handoff to number 27. That was Josh Fernandez. Gain of about 5, let's call it 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6. So that was just the dive of that triple option. It looks like that's the kind of setup that they run every time. Crockett has the option to pull that out, keep it, or pitch it to the back, trying to go around the corner. So 2nd down and 6 for the Cats. Wide receivers split both sides. Crockett calling the signals. Motion coming from the right. Second man trying to get around the left side. Nice tackle there by the Mustangs, number 12. Joshua Sanders, gain of a couple on the play. It'll set down a 3rd down and let's call it 2.
Must be fun to be the Sanders parents out here tonight. Your sons are the 2 safeties, both starting, the 2 starting wing backs out here.
Boy, he took on that back. That was number 26, Hunter Faust, and just did a nice job open field tackle by Joshua Saunders. So 3rd down and a long 2. It looks like they moved it back. Let's call it 3. Straight ahead handoff. He's got the 1st down across the 30-yard line, and then it stopped. That was number 21 for the Wildcats, Elijah McDonald. So a fresh set of downs for Sonora. Ball across the 30 to the 31-yard line.
You know, its
line of gain was the 30. He gets it to the 31. So 1st and 10 for Sonora.
Not giving up big plays, but when you can get 4 and 5 yards every time you run a dive, that's something the Mustangs need to tighten up just a little bit.
All right, 1st and 10 for Sonora. 14-3, the Sonora leads. Straight ahead hand. No, he pitches it this time. Gets around the corner, gets across the 40, breaks a tackle up to the 45. Finally brought down. Nice hard running by number 2. That's Aiden Kostlivi for Sonora. A gain of 15 on the play.
And Frank, like you said earlier, when they ran the same pass play 2 times in a row, you said they may be setting up that out and up later on. We may see that. It's exactly what they did right here. We thought the fullback was going to get it on the same play they ran 2 times in a row. Mustangs pinched down a little too tight, left that outside open, and they got him.
But just as luck would have it, another penalty on the play, so that call run is negated, and it's brought all the way back to the 26, where it'll be 2nd down and 14.
We should get like a pedometer that only turns on when they walk off the penalties. I got 3.5 miles in today off penalties.
So the 2nd down and 14 for Sonora. Motion from the right. Going to pitch it around the left side. Try to get out. Nice job on the edge there. Who was that for the Mustangs getting up off the bottom?
Off the very bottom.
Just strung that out.
Was that Hayes? King.
King, just a nice job. Handoff was number 26 trying to get the edge there, and he was having none of it. And that was Hunter Faust. And just a nice job by King holding the spot right there, stopping the receiver, and then getting some help from some of his friends. Loss on the play of a couple, so it'll be 2nd down and 17. This time Crockett's going to keep it, and he's in trouble. He gets hit, tries to cut inside, gets across the 25 up to about the 27. gain maybe a 4 on the play, but it's going to set up a 3rd and long. Another nice job by the Mustang defense in spreading that out, turning it inside, not letting them get that corner.
And staying home and doing your job, Frank. Disciplined defense.
Well, and that's certainly what the defense is when you're playing a triple option, because Crockett's still at his pitch man behind him. Everybody's got a man, and you have to stay with that man regardless of where the ball goes, and the Mustangs did a good job with it that time. So 3rd down and 14 for Sonora, deep in their own territory right now. Crockett throws out to the left, complete. Nice little block there to spring him for about a gain of 7, but it's going to be well short of the 1st down, so it's going to be 4th down. Nice little play here.
I love this play, Frank.
And the way that was designed, he looks to the right, then a little route, and look at the 56 come out, kick out, and get a nice block, but it was a nice tackle made there to bring down the receiver number 80, Gabe Milborn, and Sonora's going to be forced to punt, so nice defensive stand on that first Sonora possession to start the second half by Argonaut. Joshua Sanders back deep for the Mustangs. Kick is a high kick, but short.
That may take a bad bounce.
Going to bounce at about the 50-yard line, and it's going to be down right about there at the 50. So the Mustangs, first possession of the second half, are going to have good field position after the good defensive stand to start this 3rd quarter.
Ball's going to be placed just inside.
Want that pink one right there?
They haven't had that kind of position. All of my crew here is busy eating right now.
You're on your
they've
own,
kind
Frank.
of left me on my own
You're
here.
on
so.
your own, buddy. It's good and it's free.
Did you guys not eat anything today or what?
Honestly, I had to work at the station until about 6:15. I didn't get a chance to eat dinner, so yeah.
All right, so 1st and 10 for the Mustangs from the 50-yard line. Straight ahead handoff this time to Pineda. Hit almost immediately. No gain on the play. Got back to the original line of scrimmage, but that was about it. Brought down by a host of Wildcats. We've got a player down right now for Sonora. It looks like number 3. That's Owen Bauer. So that's going to be an official timeout. And he throws his helmet down.
Yeah, they got him
now
on that
there's
one.
a penalty on that one. His mouthpiece goes flying. The helmet goes flying. He's mad. He's up and he's walking away. I don't know what he's so angry about, but that's going to cost Sonora 15 yards, I believe.
Maybe that they're telling me he had to sit out a play or
Well,
something.
yeah.
I don't know what he's. I'm with you, Frank. What kind of temper tantrum was that?
I don't have any idea, but it's going to cost his team 15 yards, and Argonaut's going to have it 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line.
Folks, if you didn't see, if you're not watching, you're only listening, the player's laying down, injured. They're going to come out to attend to him. Takes his helmet off and just slams it onto the ground. It rolls, out. Mouthpiece, as Frank says, goes flying. Don't know why he did it, but Mustangs will take that 15 yards.
Yeah, I have no idea what that was about. There wasn't anybody around him. It wasn't instigated by anything, but
Hey, Frank, a short punt, and then that right there you can put into it too. This is great field position that Sonora's given to the Mustangs here. Let's see if they can do something with it.
So 1st and 10 for the Mustangs from the 35-yard line now. Straight ahead handoff again, I believe, to Pineda. They got maybe 2 or 3 on that play before he's driven back. We're going to call it 3.
Hey, real quick, we got a Calaveras Lumber Ace Hardware scoring update.
No.
So with 1 minute left in the first half, it is Calaveras 35, Somerville 0. Somerville still blanking on that one. And then, of course, with 9 minutes, 3 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, Amador on top of Bret Hart 42-0. Guys?
Well, no surprises there. I had said earlier that Bret Hart would not score a point against that Amador defense, and they won't. Davis wants to throw. Little pop pass over the middle. Caught. Nice job by Saunders. He had to go down to his knee to catch that, but only a gain of a couple. It's going to set up a 3rd down and 5.
If he doesn't go to his knees, he might pick up a few more, but I do like to see he made sure he got the ball first. Got to secure it.
So 3rd down and 5 for Argonaut. The ball's on the 30-yard line. This is 4-down territory for sure.
I love that play there too, Frank. I've always liked the tight end where the release where they'll block for a second, then release out. And Saunders just kind of stutter stepped there, stayed at home, and then when the defense left, he just kind of moved on out there. Well-designed play.
3rd and 5, motion coming from the right. Davis wants to throw. He looks incomplete. Boy, that was thrown into some traffic. He was trying to get it to Saunders on a little post route. And there was a lot of white jerseys around there. So Pineda checks back in. It'll be 4th down and 5. The Mustangs will go. Josiah Saunders also checks in. So 4th and 5. Mustangs really got a favor by Sonora with good field position, and then the 15-yard penalty. Be a shame not to be able to come out of this without any points. 4th down. Here we go. Davis wants to throw. He looks. He throws complete. That's going to be short, though.
Yeah, he was right in front of the sticks, I think, Frank.
And that is the number one sin on a 4th down. You never stop your route. It was just a little curl route. You never stop your route until you get past the 1st down marker. So they completed it, but it was a yard short, so they're going to turn it over on downs.
In every level of football, that's what you're taught. If it's a 6-yard pattern and it's 4th and 7, you're turning that into a 7.5-yard pattern.
All right, so Sonora will take over second possession of the 3rd quarter from their 27 this time. Good opportunity for the Mustangs, not able to put any points on the board. Give the number 21, trying to get it around the left side. Spun around, fighting forward. Looks like maybe gained 3 or 4 on the play.
McDonald, the ball carrier.
That was McDonald, or I think that was Josh Fernandez, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's big 21.
No, it was 21, Elijah McDonald.
Hey, Frank, and you've done a lot of high school football, so you've seen it a lot more in a few years past. But in the last couple years, I don't remember a ball player that almost every single time he ran, it took 4 or 5 guys to get him down.
Yeah, he runs hard and he stays low.
Yes.
He keeps driving with his legs. So 2nd down and 7 for Sonora. Crockett's going to keep it this time, and he's trying to get around the outside. He brought down by number 87. Pretty good job by Michael Hayes there, staying with him. Crockett was dancing around, looking like he was going to get loose coming around this right side, but Hayes corralled him, and it's going to be short of the 1st down, so it'll set up a 3rd down, and let's call it 2.
I really like this replay we have here, and Cam's doing an excellent job filming it, making it easy to understand what's going on, because with Crockett, he does such a good job of putting the ball into the basket, as they say, or into the running back's belly, and then pulling it out, and it's very hard for the defense to know who's got the ball. We're up here watching, I don't know half the time without our replay right here, so really selling those fakes.
So 3rd down and a long 2 for Sonora. Here comes the Mustangs. They're on a blitz, and Sonora caught them on a blitz. They went to the wrong side. They were blitzing on this left side. They gave it to Hernandez off the left. Plenty of yards for the 1st down. So new set of downs for the Mustangs. Moves the ball up to the 39-yard line.
4 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. This game moving along really well here, actually pretty quick here in the 3rd quarter. Mustangs need to stop Sonora because another score gets on this board. There may not be enough time to come back 3 possessions here. This is still a 2-possession ball game. The Mustangs come up with a stop. They need an extra 2-point conversion touchdown and a field goal to tie it.
Well, and Sonora's not throwing the ball much, so the clock continues to run while they have possession, and Argonaut almost jumped there, and they did. They're going to throw the flag. That was encroachment.
So this is one thing I never understand, guys. Help me out here, Jake. When he jumps like that, doesn't contact a man, gets back.
Doesn't have
before.
to. That's encroachment. They changed that rule a number of years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
and
whoa!
Now they're offsetting. They're going to say
they just like the flags.
I don't think it's possible to have those 2 penalties. I don't think you could call that. I don't think that's possible.
You know what I think goes on?
Either one guy caused the other one to jump, or the other one moved first to cause the other guy to come over. I don't understand how you can have offsetting penalties of a procedure call and an encroachment call. I don't think it's possible.
I was like, the only I think I can think of would be if he was lined up in the neutral zone to begin with.
He wasn't.
But he
wasn't.
Jumped. Exactly.
You cannot call that. Now there's a penalty against Sonora coach.
The coach.
Because the coach is saying, how can you call that? And I agree with him.
So Ricky Davis has got it once, and now the coach of Sonora has got it once.
The ref deserved that. How do you make that call?
Yeah, there's yelling from this sideline, too.
What's that song?
Benny Hill.
Oh, my gosh.
Except everyone's fully clothed out there running around.
All right, that's going to move the ball back to the 24-yard. A penalty called on the coach because he thought the call was horse manure as well as I did, because I don't think it's possible to have offsetting penalties that they just called.
Equine feces.
I wish we could call New York and get another opinion.
What would Dean Blandino have to say about that one?
Or Mike Pereira.
Or Mike Pereira. All right, straight ahead handoff this time to Hernandez again. He's going to get a couple across the 25, but brought down, giving forward progress maybe to the 26. That'll set up a second down and 23, let's call it.
When you make your picks, do you put a score on it, Frank, or do you just call winners and losers?
I just call winners and losers.
Because I don't know if a lot of people would have expected Argonaut to be in this ball game. You know, most people I talked to said, hey, they might put up a good showing, but Sonora definitely.
Well, the problem, I didn't think it was going to be a big blowout because Sonora is challenged on offense also.
Mm-hmm.
But I just thought Argonaut would have a really hard time scoring. That's going to be stopped for a loss of about a yard back to the 25-yard line. So a pretty conservative play call for Sonora there. Elmore was in on the tackle. So that'll set up a third down and 25.
Well, you know, Frank, we can have all the stats in the world, all that stuff, all the information going in. But with the preseason schedule that Sonora has, you never know until they get into the league because they go against such strong competition with their preseason schedule.
Yeah, that's true.
Schedule.
But when you start looking, when you get 4 or 5 games in and you start looking at common opponents, then you can start seeing some tendency and some strengths and some weaknesses. Rippon's actually lost a couple games since that time, and I thought they were really, really good. So I'm not sure. Oh, there's a ball on the ground. And Argonaut, I think, still scrambling around. I think Sonora ended up with the ball, but there were 2 Argonaut Mustangs going after it. It was just laying there wide open. Nobody had it. But Sonora recovered the ball. It's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, it looks like the quarterback picked it back up there.
So Argonaut should get good field position again for their second possession here in the half. So, you know, the Mustang defense is playing pretty good. Like I said,
a high snap.
This offense has had a difficult time. There's a good punt. Driving Saunders. All that ball drops all the way back to the 35 over Saunders' head. He lets it bounce and rolls all the way down to the 27. Now, that was a kick.
That was one of the better punts I think we've seen this season. Jeez.
What, counting the NFL. that was a boomer.
Yeah.
That thing had some hang time. It was a spiral, and, man, it was –
but he's not like the Niners kicker who's going to kick and then go down and light you up making the tackle.
Yeah, no kidding. Wow, what an outstanding punt by Crockett.
Well, 1:27 left to go here in the third quarter. Third quarter just blowing through here. 14-3, the Mustangs trailing. And, hey, thought they're going to get good field position.
Well, I was wrong. Now they have a 1st and 10 from the 26. Jeez. That was like a 57-yard punt.
And no fault on Sanders, in my opinion, for not fielding that.
It was over his head.
Yeah, and it would.
He was just going to fumble that.
I believe so too, Frank.
Outstanding punt. What, were they hiding that punter in the first half?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Davis under center.
Uh-oh, what just happened there? Davis just pitched that ball to nobody.
I think it fumbled, and Sonora might have it. There was a mix-up on the play. Sonora recovered, and, oh, boy, that is not what the Mustangs needed.
That is the stuff that the coaching staff's going to have nightmares about right there. I'll tell you what. Doing it to yourself, that wasn't forced. That was just poor execution right there on the Mustangs. Those little teeny mental mistakes that make such a big difference in these games when you hear about teams that know how to win, know how to finish it off, have the experience. Remember, folks, this team lost about 80 to 90% of their starters from last year going into this year. So this is a young team. But real unfortunate for the Mustangs there.
So 1st and 10 for Sonora in good position. And Crockett wants to throw it. He's looking for the end zone. Jump ball. Caught it. Touchdown. He just threw it to his big receiver. It looked like number 80 out there, Gabe Milbourne. And he just threw it up there. And Milbourne had height advantage over the 2 Argonaut corners. He just went up and high pointed the ball for a touchdown. 25-yard touchdown pass. Crockett to Milbourne. Beautiful.
Great throw. Great anticipation. Number 80, you want to catch that ball at its highest point. He definitely did that. What a great play from both the receiver and the quarterback right there.
Yeah, he definitely just high-pointed that. Just a boy. Might have caught Argonaut on their heels a little bit. They hadn't thrown the ball very much at all. The extra point is up. And just like that, after a couple good defensive stands by the Mustangs, Argonaut finds himself down 21-3 with 1:16 back. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more third quarter action right after this.
Jackson Tire, located on Highway 49 in Jackson and Highway 88 in Pine Grove, is the place to go for your vehicle. Whether you need new tires or any auto service, Jackson Tire is a dealer you need to know. Visit them at jacksontire.net. That's Jackson Tire. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back. 1:16 left to go in the third quarter. This third quarter has just flew by.
And I have a bit of a scoring update for you, Frank. I mean, I don't really know how to explain what just happened there either. I mean, now we're sitting at a 21-3 Sonora lead here. But the scoring update I'll give you after this kick. Sounds good?
All right, that sounds good. All right, Sonora. Both Saunders back to receive the kick along with Colby Eckhart for the Mustangs. Another short kick. They didn't learn in the first half. They liked giving up those points, I guess. Anyway, they did it again on a little squib kick. Argonaut fell on the ball. Looks like they're going to have it at about the 28-yard line. Let's see where they spot it.
Ball's going to be placed at the 29-yard line.
They're going to put it at the 29, so the Mustangs will have it first and 10 from there from the 29. So 1:12 left to go here in the third quarter, 21-3 Sonora.
And that Calaveras Lumber Ace Hardware scoring update. At the end of the third, it is Amador 42, Bret Hart 0. Running clock there at halftime. Just coming out of halftime, it is Calaveras 35, Somerville 0.
Davis wants to throw. Just throws out to a little go route by Saunders. He caught it up to about the 35-yard line. Saunders was just in the wing, and he just released, and Davis just hit him right there.
Nice little spin move to get it out.
Little pitch and catch there. Gain of about 6 on the play. It'll be second down and 4.
Guys, we talk a lot about Davis's height. He's only about 5'7", is it, Frank?
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing that he does good, look how high he holds the ball and where his release point is. He releases that thing up high where maybe a lot of guys 5'10" would be thrown from.
All right, here we go. Second down and 4 for the Mustangs in desperate need of trying to find some offense. Pitch trying to get around the edge. It gets up to the 40-yard line. That'll be enough for the first down. King with the carry. So it gets about 5 on the play. So it'll be first and 10 for the Mustangs as they get over across the 41. So they're going to move the chains. 23 seconds. That might have been the last play of the third quarter. 19 seconds and counting. They could get one off if they wanted to hurry.
Hey, big shout out to Bistro 49, always our sponsor for the player of the game. Brought us everybody up here. A bunch of great food tonight. We love you guys over there at Bistro. Chris, Rodney, KC, everybody.
5 seconds left. They did not get the playoff. That's at the end of the third quarter. Look at the scoreboard. Sonora Wildcats 21, Argonaut Mustangs 3. We're going to be back. Fourth quarter action right after this, so stay tuned.
Central State Credit Union is a great place to begin your search for a new vehicle, and you can share the benefits of your membership by referring family and friends. Just like you, they can save a lot of money with a great rate and a lot of time at the dealership by going in with a pre-approval. Invite your family and friends to experience the difference today. Applying for an auto loan is easy with options including in-branch or online application and pre-approval. Visit them online at centralstatecu.org or call them at 444-5300. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by NCUA. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here. Fourth quarter just getting underway. The Mustangs running out of clock here. They've got 12 minutes left. They find themselves down 21-3. Just have had a monumental task in trying to generate any offense here tonight. The same situation they found themselves in last week against Dixon. So It'll be first down. They have the chains messed up. The ball is not placed right. Now they moved it back where it should be at the 39-yard line. This officiating crew has had some issues tonight.
That's a nice way to put it, Frank.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 39 for the Mustangs. Davis under center. Motion coming from the left. Davis wants the roll, but he is in trouble in the grasp. He throws it away. I don't know. I don't see a flag.
85, is that who's 85? Frank's at Elmore?
Yeah, it is, but
I think they're going to say he was close.
Well, I'm going to have to check on the high school rules because that ball did not get to the line of scrimmage, and I don't know if it's like it is. If that ball doesn't get to the line of scrimmage and you don't have a receiver on this side of the ball when you're throwing away, that is grounding. There was no flag thrown, so it'll be 2nd down and 10. I do not know if that's a high school rule, folks, so I'm not saying that it should have been called, but I will check on that. So 2nd down and 10 for the Mustangs. 21-3 Sonora. Actually, the closest game of the 3 league games going on. Motion from Saunders coming from the left. Davis wants to throw. He's looked. He airs it out, and nobody there.
I'll tell you what, that should have been pass interference. Maybe they're going to say it was within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. But number 8 there on the defense didn't let Saunders even get out there to get that pass.
Somebody ran a wrong route. There's no way both of the Saunders brothers should have been 3-4 yards
and we didn't
apart.
Get that in there quite.
So it'll be 3rd and 10 now for the Mustangs. So I'm guessing Davis is going to throw it again. He is. He's looking, throws it over the middle. It's complete. Busts a tackle, and he's got some room to the 40, to the 30, to pushed out of bounds at about the 23. We're going to make that our Mellon Phase BG Lounge call of the game. 3rd and 10, Josiah Saunders takes the pass from Davis, breaks a tackle. There's a flag on the play. It's against the Mustangs.
Look at that camera work. Cam Merzlak. Thank you, buddy. Looking good.
So that one's coming back. Yeah, there was a block in the back downfield, so that's going to bring the play back to the 45-yard line. It's still good enough for a 1st down. We're going to call that our play of the game. We're going to leave that there. The completion after the penalty only netted them 15 yards on the play, but it was a much bigger game than that. So we're still going to make that our Mellon Phase BG Lounge call of the game. 3rd and 10.
I mean, no disrespect there, but on my eyes right there, there was no green jersey within 15 yards. So I don't know where that penalty was.
So a 15-yard
Someone's wife doesn't
gain
listen
after
to him
the
at home,
penalty.
I think. Just likes to get out there and talk, you know. The white hat. Hey, they're listening to me. Hey, 11:41 left to go here in the 4th quarter in the ball game. 21-3. The Argonaut Mustangs are trailing here. It's a 3-possession ball game, folks. You're looking at 18-point difference. Argonaut would have to come out with a couple touchdowns with extra points and a field goal to take the lead here. Not a lot of time left to do so.
Well, they really were in business without that penalty. They would have had the ball down to about the 25-yard line, but even after the penalty, it was still a gain of 15, enough to give them a 1st down. Remember, it was 3rd and 10, so even with the penalty, it was still a big play.
Well, and a huge play, Frank, because if that's an incomplete pass, you're going to turn the ball over again. You've thrown it a bunch of times. You've taken 20 seconds or something off the clock, basically nothing. So that would have been huge if they would have given that ball back to Sonora.
So they still have some slim hopes alive, but they need to score quickly because we've seen what Sonora does. They burn clock.
Yes.
And so when they get the ball back, unless they turn the ball over, 6 minutes off that clock is almost guaranteed. Davis wants to throw again. Intercepted! Intercepted. Davis brings him down. Nice open field tackle by Davis, bringing down big number 80, Gabe Milbourne. Davis threw it right to Milbourne.
What a great tackle, though, by Davis. I thought he was going to get lit up by number 80, but he went low, did a great job.
Well, I think Milbourne outweighs him maybe 2-1. Milbourne's a pretty big boy, and Davis at 5'7". So really nice open field tackle there, but their drive is thwarted on the interception, and Sonora takes over at the 41, and that might just about done it if Sonora could turn this into points. 1st and 10 for Sonora from the 41. He just could not get it over the top of Milbourne, who was in great position. Crockett's going to keep it this time, gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe gets one on the play.
You know what I'm seeing here tonight, Frank, is Sonora. I like what they're doing offensively, but there are some holes here. Like you said, this is not the Sonora teams we've seen in the past that just come in here and beat up on the Motherlode League, and basically before the game's even on, we know who's going to win here. I see Amador as a stronger team for sure right now, just by the eye test alone.
There is no question about it. Now, you got to remember, they played tough opponents, but they got waxed.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, they scored 7 points against Oakdale, 14 points against Ripon, 13 points against Escalon, 7 against Hillmar, 14 against West, or they won the game against West. But, I mean, they've just had trouble scoring points.
Yeah.
And if you're a good football team, even if you're playing a really good football team, you still need to be able to put some points on the board. And that's why I didn't think this was going to be this crazy game like I expected the Amador game to be. So 3rd down and call it 7 for Sonora. Clock continues to run, 10:20 left to go here in this ball game. So 3rd and 7, Crockett under center, one back behind him. He wants to throw. He's looking left. Delivers a strike to Milbourne. Milbourne breaks a tackle. He's going all the way. Touchdown, Sonora.
And I think, Frank, it's a little bit too late in this ball game. Maybe out of reach at this point.
37-yard touchdown, Crockett to Milbourne, and Milbourne was just too tough to bring down. He broke one tackle, and all he had was a goal line in front of him, which he took it in from there. Nice pass, nice catch, nice run, Crockett to Milbourne.
Not a bad attempt by Woodruff either. I mean, nice form he had there, had him around the waist, but just couldn't pull him down.
Milbourne's a pretty good-sized kid, 6'5", 225.
Yeah. It's like Frankie D running out there. Shout out.
The kick is no good as it's blocked, I believe.
Yeah, by Woodruff.
By Joe Woodruff. So with 9:57 left to go in the 4th quarter, Sonora 27, Argonaut 3. We'll be right back right after this.
Football fans, stay in touch with Conifer Communications high-speed internet wherever you are. Stream the game live, connect with fans during and after the game, Facebook Live the winning play, or upload those Instagram photos. Conifer Communications may be local, but offers big-time internet service with fast speed, no data limits, plus VoIP phone service. Connect with Conifer today, 866-378-8393, or stop by their office in San Andreas on Highway 49.
You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, here we go. Sonora getting ready to kick off after that 37-yard touchdown pass Crockett to Milbourne. Milbourne, 6'5", 225 pounds. You know, we were talking about how good that tackle was from Bo Davis. 5'7", 145. Huh? All right, here comes the kick.
Little difference. Almost 100 pounds, huh?
Deep kick this time, fielded about the 12-yard line. Across the 20 to the 25. Sanders got some room to the outside, knocked down, just tripped up across the 38. Looked like he had some space around that left sideline, and he just got tripped up.
Tripped up by one shoelace.
I think that may have gone for 6 if he didn't trip him up right there.
He looked like he had plenty of room to go right there.
Placed at the 37-yard line.
And now after that last Sonora touchdown, we're sitting here 27-3 Sonora over the Mustangs, 9:52 left to go. Argonaut's going to have to score multiple times and do so quickly.
All right, so Argonaut has it from the 37. Not much going on there.
I heard that one. That was number 27 on the Sonora defense. Also, their fullback Hernandez came through and put one heck of a hit on Pineda.
All right, so no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Mustangs. Pitch this time to Saunders. Gets up to maybe the 38-yard line.
Andre King, the ball
Or,
carrier.
excuse me, that was King, number 80.
Their old
Picked up
24
one on the
toss,
play,
it looked
and
like
it's
there,
on
huh, Jake?
third down and 9.
Haven't run that. That used to be the base play in this offense, and we really haven't seen that run that much tonight.
3rd and 9. Well, I think they got away from the normal bread and butter double wing because they just weren't having any success, and they realized that if they were going to have any chance to stay in this game, they were going to have to start throwing the ball. But now after 2 interceptions, maybe they've decided that maybe that wasn't such a good idea either. So 3rd down and 9 for the Mustangs here. Davis wants to throw. He throws it out to the left flat to Pineda. It was brought down immediately, maybe even a loss of 1. It'll be 4th and 10, and Argonaut's going to be forced to punt. That's just that little swing pass we saw him complete early in the first quarter.
Basically no gain on the play.
It's basically a lateral.
Now, on a play like that, when it's thrown behind the line of scrimmage, can the defender come up and blow the man up?
It doesn't
without-
matter.
Michael
The
Jones.
line of scrimmage isn't the matter. It's where the ball's thrown. If
Yeah.
the receiver's behind it, if it's
It's
backwards,
thrown backwards.
if he drops it, it's a live ball. So good snap, punt low, end over end, fair catch called, caught cleanly at the 34-yard line. So Sonora's going to have a 1st and 10, but there was 7:50 left to go in the 4th.
Sonora will get the ball first down.
And we want to give a huge shout out to all our sponsors tonight, as usual. And just to name a few, the Glass Doctor, Conifer Communications, Thompson Center. We've also got to mention Bistro 49.
Melon Phase, the BG Lounge. We've
Jackson
got
Tire,
Jackson
Armstrong and
Armstrong
Son Construction.
Calaveras Lumber,
Calaveras Lumber,
Ace
Ace
Hardware,
Hardware.
Cypress Dental.
Cypress Dental, our high school scoreboard. You can listen for that tomorrow with all the final scores of Mother Lode League action tonight.
Of course, Camps and Mark Twain Medical Center as well.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, 1st and 10 for Sonora. 7:50 left here in this contest. It's been all Sonora tonight, 27-3.
It's like Sonora calling a timeout there.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Send it back to the studios for word from our sponsors. We'll be back with more 4th quarter action right after this.
Glass Doctor's new showroom and design center is open. See and feel heavy glass shower enclosures, quality vinyl, luxury wood windows and doors. Whether it's new construction or remodels, foggy and broken glass, homes and commercial buildings, we do it all and are happy to consult with you for your project. We still install quality auto glass and calibrate your windshields for safety. So stop by today at Highway 49 just before Jackson Gate Road and O'Reilly Auto Parts, or go to glassdoctor.com for a free estimate.
You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back. 7:50 left to go in this contest. Sonora's got the ball, 1st and 10. 27-3 lead.
We have
Crockett hands it off, coming right at us this side. That is number 21 on the carry for the Wildcats. My numbers are all mixed up. That's Elijah McDonald.
They just can't bring him down.
He looked like they had him stopped for a couple-yard gain, and he ends up gaining 8.
Yeah.
So 2nd down and 2 for, or now they moved it back. 2nd down and 3, call it.
And we have a Calaveras Lumber Ace Hardware scoring update. Final score, Amador 42, Bret Hart 0. Guys?
You know, McDonald's 6 foot 230.
Oh, geez, 230 behind. That's a big boy.
All right, Crockett straight ahead, handoff this time, and no. Boy, he faked me out as the ball on the ground.
It looked like 27, Fernandez, the fullback, had the ball. Again, they do such a good job, Crockett does, selling those
No,
fakes.
Crockett ended up with the ball. I thought the fullback had it, but Crockett had it all the time. But it's enough for the 1st down, so new set of downs. The ball's on the 46-yard line. Faked me out on that one. So, you know, you look at the size of those two backs, they're not little.
Not at all.
Elijah McDonald and 6 foot 230. There's some room coming here. 27 got us around the corner to the 40, knocked out of bounds, but he's a load. I can tell you that. Number 27, Fernandez, Josh Fernandez. He's not very tall. He's listed at 5'6", but he's 175 pounds, and I want to tell you what, that kid runs like a freight train. Look at him.
That straight arm.
Look at those legs. He just is low to the ground. He's like a fire plug. Like the Tasmanian devil coming through there, right?
One of his legs is like the size of both of ours put together.
All right, another new set of downs for Sonora. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line after that big, strong run by Fernandez. Crockett's going to keep it this time, trying to get it to the pitch man. Gets across the 30 to the 25 to the 20. Cross the 15. Boy, hard running there by number 2. That's Aiden Kostlivy for Sonora. And right now, Sonora is just cutting through the Argonaut defense. 5:54 and counting left to go. 1st and 10 from the 15 for the Cats.
You see a little MJD there with 27, a little bit. Maurice Jones-Drew. Kind of similar type of build. Shorter guy, just huge at the bottom half.
All right, here we go. Crockett under center. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Straight ahead hand. No, Crockett's going to keep it. Tries to break a tackle, gets outside, spins around, brought down after a gain maybe of 3 on the play. Ball up to about the 12-yard line, it looks like. So it'll be 2nd down and 7.
And we're approaching 5 minutes left to go here in the ball game, folks. This one all but over here. Mustangs trying to finish up strong. But this is going to be another league victory for Sonora here.
All right, 2nd down and 7 for the Cats. Straight ahead handoff from Crockett this time to number 22.
And he's not going down either.
Haven't called that number a lot.
I haven't seen the number, Frank.
22, Riley Paz.
Riley Paz, the ball carrier.
So that's a gain of about 5 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 3.
5 on the play down to the 7-yard line.
6'2", 200, so he's not a small one either. Junior.
Big, tall fullback, huh?
Yeah.
All right, 3rd down. Motion from the left. Boy, there was a lot of people moving forward there. Straight ahead handoff, I think it's going to be really close to the 1st down. Let's see where they spot it. They gave it to Paz again.
Have they subbed out completely here, Frank? Is Crockett running quarterback still?
It looks like they have subbed out.
8, that's a new number.
They're going to call it short, so it'll be 4th down, and it's a real short one.
Yeah, number 25, a quarterback. That's a class move by Sonora. Also, you want to give your other guys some opportunity. These guys.
Well, they don't need to put another touchdown on the board. I mean, what's the point?
Yeah, and also let some of these young men who practice so hard.
So it looks like number 25. I saw him taking some snaps at warm-up as their backup. There's whistle, flag on the play.
Didn't quite take that one, but it looks like it didn't even get up on him. I think a little miscommunication.
False start against Sonora. Number 25 is Isaiah McDonald. I noticed him warming up in pregame warm-ups. He just bobbled that snap, but they had jumped.
Did you see the separation in his hands, too? I think that's on the quarterback right there.
So they send him back 5 yards, so it'll be 4th down and, let's call it 6. It's like a long 5, really, because the ball was maybe a football away from the 1st down on the 4th down run. So 4th down. I mean, he almost fumbled that snap, too. Gets the 10 to the 5. That's a 1st down. It'll set up a 1st and goal for the Cats. That was number 2 on the carry, Aiden Kostlivy.
Aiden Kostlivy, the ball carrier.
So it'll be 1st and goal for the Cats. 2:38 left to go. They'll start winding that clock right now. So the clock is again moving. So first and goal from about the 3. Straight ahead handoff, an easy touchdown by number 22.
Riley Paz, the ball carrier, touchdown, Wildcat.
Still, it looks like he almost had a little bit of trouble on the center quarterback
Did on
exchange
that. Number
right
22,
there
Riley Paz, took that in for the 3-yard touchdown. So Sonora adds to their lead, 33-3, awaiting the extra point. So Paz on the 3-yard touchdown run to make it 33-3 with 2:19 left to go in the ball game. Waiting the extra point. Good snap. It's down. The kick's up. Low kick, but it got across the crossbar. It's good. Look at the scoreboard. Sonora Wildcats 34, Argonaut Mustangs 3. 2:19 left. We'll be back in just a moment.
The family of Armstrong & Son Construction and Armstrong Self-Storage are proud to sponsor Motherlode League football. Remember, when you need excavating, grading, septic system repairs, and other site work, call Armstrong & Son Construction. Or if you need a storage unit, stop by Armstrong Self-Storage for safe and secure storage. Conveniently located near the intersection of Highway 49 and Ridge Road. Armstrong & Son Construction. State license number 828209. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back. 2:19 to go in this contest. This one's all but over. Sonora Wildcats just too much for this Argonaut Mustang.
Shout out to the Argonaut band and the young lady on the cowbell. We want more cowbell right here. Doing a great job.
All right, good kick all the way back field at 11-yard line. Fumbled. Saunders drops it. Pick it up. Oh, he can't get it. Did he fall on it? I think he finally got it back. He did, so Argonaut will retain possession. That was just going to be the final nail there. Not that it hasn't already been hammered at 34-3 with 2:13 left. But Sanders falls on the fumble. And so the Mustangs will have it 1st and 10 from the 15.
The coaching staff's got just hope to see some clean football here. No mistakes. Let's just get out of this.
And it looks like maybe the Mustangs have subbed down also.
Yeah, 31-point difference here. 34-3, 2 minutes, 13 seconds left to go in the ball game. And as Frank said, Mustangs looks like a lot of new players.
The Mustangs have subbed down also. It looks like number 87 in it. And there's a fumble, and Argonaut, well, when Michael Hayes is in at quarterback, I think.
And 32 dove on that ball. If he would have picked it up, maybe he could have just ran around and scored a touchdown, huh, Frank?
Yeah, Michael Hayes is in at quarterback.
That's our trick play.
I don't know that one looked.
Snap it under the quarterback's legs and let the
pig in the
pick
blanket,
it up.
right? You just kind of hide it.
Oh, man.
All right, so a loss of about 3 on the play on the fumble. So it'll be 2nd down and 13. It is Michael Hayes in at quarterback. He's going to keep it himself. He's just going to spin. He says, the heck with this handoff stuff. He gets back to the 15-yard line, the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 10 for the Mustangs. Minute 27 and counting.
And as we know from defense, watching Hayes play, he's not afraid of any contact. That's for darn sure. So hang on to this one, take it to them. And
all right, 3rd down
happens.
and 10, 1:13 to go here. I'm not sure they can run this out. Oh, fumble again on the snap. And they're going to say Argonaut recovered. So we're under a minute now, but it's 4th down.
And sloppy here, but again, different quarterback in there. Don't know, can't quite pick up the number on the
now,
center.
the refs may allow them to just run it out.
Yeah.
According to the rules, they have to run a play.
Okay.
You can't be in the huddle for over a minute. You don't have a minute in between plays.
Or you're going to get a delay of game and stop the clock.
Stop the clock and then let Sonora kneel down one time? I don't know.
Right?
They have a little wink across the field. All right, so 4th down, 20 seconds left. They have to run a play. So I'm not quite sure how they're going to do this. Hayes is going to keep it. He falls forward across the 21-yard line. They're just going to let the clock run. They're just going to let it run because the clock should be stopped. Oh, now they have stopped it. So there is 7 seconds left. Sonora has to come in and snap the ball. No, the official's going to say that's it. So they're going to use the best judgment they've used this evening from what I've seen and call this a ball game. So that'll do it. This one's in the books. The Sonora Wildcats, too much for the Mustangs, 34. Argonaut Mustangs 3. We'll be back with our post-game wrap right after this.
Jackson Tire, located on Highway 49 in Jackson and Highway 88 in Pine Grove, is the place to go for your vehicle. Whether you need new tires or any auto service, Jackson Tire is a dealer you need to know. Visit them at jacksontire.net. That's Jackson Tire. Thompson's Toyota makes your car buying experience as easy and enjoyable as possible. Search through their extensive selection of new and pre-owned vehicles on the web at thompsonstoyota.com or request a price quote on the new vehicle of your choice. Thompson's Toyota, home of the one price, best value guarantee. 140 Forney Road in Placerville and on the web at thompsonstoyota.com. Remember when going for a walk around the block was easy and pain-free? Future you is ready to feel like that again. Mark Twain Medical Center's orthopedic experts are with you throughout the process, from first consultation to your last physical therapy session. So you can get back to living without joint pain, and future you can wander far and wide. Visit marktwainmedicalcenter.org/orthopedics. Mark Twain Medical Center. Hello, human kindness. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, and we are back here at Dan Barnett Field where the scoreboard shows final. Argonaut 3, Sonora Wildcats 34. JD, Frank?
Well, you know, we knew this was going to be a tough one for this Mustang squad coming in, as is going to be this league season for them. They just have a difficult time generating any momentum on offense. It's been an issue that they've had all week. When they do get something going, they make mistakes. And we saw a lot of that tonight. We actually saw a lot of mistakes by both teams. But Sonora is a better football team than the Mustangs at this point in the season, and they walked away with this one easy, 34-3. The game started out pretty slow as both teams were unable to do anything because of penalties, and they were punting back and forth. And finally, with 39 seconds left in the first half, Hunter Faust scored for Sonora from the 1.5-yard line to take a 7-0 lead. And that's all we had in the first quarter. Yeah. And this game, this game only lasted 2 hours. It went very fast. The clock continued to move. Sonora didn't throw the ball a whole lot, and so there wasn't a lot of stoppage. So, 14-3 at halftime. Sonora had great field position all in the first half. Argonaut threw an interception, and Sonora took over at the 51-yard line. They were able to capitalize on that on a 1-yard run by Elijah McDonald. That was 1:06 left in the half, so it was 14-0. And Argonaut, after a short kick by Sonora, got good field position, and they moved the ball down, and they had it on 4th down from about the 20-yard line, trying to get some points before the half. An illegal procedure call set them back 5, so Coach Davis decided, hey, some points are better than any. Yep. So at that point, Andre King came in and kicked a 32-yard field goal. Our halftime score was 14-3. Well, the third quarter started pretty slow. Also, both teams, Argonaut turned it over on downs after they had great field position. Sonora had to punt. Argonaut would fumble, then Sonora would get great field position starting on the Argonaut 25-yard line. Crockett threw then a jump ball to Milbourne in the corner of the end zone. Milbourne, 6'5", had the height advantage. He went up and high centered that ball, and he just was a lot bigger than everybody else, hauled in the touchdown with 1:16 left.
And just a well-executed play, a great catch. And
it was a great throw and a great catch, and that made it 21-3. That was our score at the end of 3. And then the fourth quarter was just kind of muddled with all kinds of things that just were going bad. I mean, once Argonaut got something going, they had it at 3rd and 10. And, well, let's hear what happened then. So I'm guessing Davis is going to throw it again. He is. He's looking, throws it over the middle. It's complete. Busts the tackle, and he's got some room to the 40, to the 30, to pushed out of bounds at about the 23. We're going to make that our Melon Phase BG Lounge call of the game. 3rd and 10, Josiah Saunders takes the pass from Davis, breaks a tackle. That was our Melon Phase BG Lounge call of the game. That was a big play. Unfortunately, they lost 15 yards of that play because there was a penalty. But even with that, they still had the first down because it was 3rd and 10. So after the penalty, it was a gain of 15. That was our Melon Phase BG Lounge call of the game. And then we threw an interception. And Sonora was able to turn that on the points. Crockett to Milbourne again. Just a little short pass, but Milbourne broke a tackle and raced down the sidelines for a 27-3 lead at the 9:57 mark. Argonaut had to punt, and then Paz took it in from 3 yards out of the 2:19 mark for a 34-3, and that was our final. And Argonaut just couldn't get anything generated all night long.
I totally agree, Frank. The one thing that I will say, though, that surprises me, Bo Davis, young guy, very undersized for what most people would consider a starting quarterback. And he's been doing a good job of running the offense. And I do like some of the balls that he throws. A couple of these interceptions here tonight, a little forced, but it was also the situation in the ball game. We see some positives from this Mustang team, but as you said, Sonora is just the better ball club here tonight, and it was obvious.
Well, when you have a quarterback, and especially a young quarterback, and look, he knows how to run the double wing. I mean, he's been running the double wing offense in his living room since he was probably 5 years old.
Probably quizzed
right?
on it. Yeah.
He knows how to run a double wing.
Yeah.
The problem is he doesn't know how to throw the ball, and he's small, so he has to get up. The problem that you have when you have an inexperienced quarterback that isn't used to throwing the ball is you are looking for exactly how that play was called. And if that receiver isn't there, you don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
So you're always throwing to that. That's what caused both the interceptions. The play was called to go to this player, whether he's open or not, that's where the pass is going.
Totally.
And sometimes when that happens, the guy that's open is the guy on the other team. And that's what happened on 2 of those pass plays tonight, as they were both easy interceptions. The one over the middle, a little bit more difficult, as the defender kind of went up and kind of beat the Argonaut receiver out of a jump ball. The other one was just absolutely right to Milbourne.
Yeah, right.
So anyway, that's kind of the way we expected this game to go tonight. All the games pretty much went according to Hoyle, as Amador had an easy time of it of Bret Hart. Calaveras had an easy time of it with Somerville, and Sonora had a pretty easy time of it here tonight against the Mustangs. Our Bistro 49 player of the game, we talked about this. We're going to give it to the sophomore, number 11, Josiah Saunders. We've showed the senior Saunders some love this year with a couple player of the games, and I thought Josiah, he had a nice kickoff return. He had our Melon Phase play of the game. He had a couple nice runs in there. He never comes off the field. He played the whole time.
Yeah.
And so our Bistro 49 player of the game, number 11, Josiah Saunders, the sophomore.
And full agreement there.
Absolutely. Hey, real quick, guys, the final scores that I got from around the league right now. So the final at Bret Hart, we got Amador 42, Bret Hart 0. That was the final there. Now in the third quarter, because there was a late start on this game because of the homecoming festivities over at Calaveras, looks like we're going to get ready to go into a running clock there. Calaveras 42, Somerville 0, and that's in the third quarter right there, guys.
Wow.
Yeah, so Somerville completely blanked on this.
And Calaveras put some points up.
Well, as I talked about, Calaveras suffers the same kind of fate as I see Sonora.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? They've got a pretty good defense, Calaveras does.
Yes.
We've seen them stand up pretty good. Matter of fact, against a really good Ripon team. They lost to Ripon, but they only gave up 21 points. Ripon was beating everybody by 40.
Yeah.
Their problem was they couldn't score the football. Well, obviously they didn't have a problem like that. They must have ripped off either gotten some turnovers from Somerville, which I'm guessing has probably happened, or they ripped off some long runs, because they play pretty methodical football. Moore, their big back, is more of a bruiser than he is a speedster. Okay. Clayton Moore. We saw him when he was a sophomore.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
And so he's a big, hard running back. But because of the type of offense that they run, nothing happens really fast with that offense. So to score that many points, I'm going to guess they maybe got some points out of their defense. But those games kind of went the way we expected. Next week, I'm really excited about our game of the week. We're going to be over at Amador, where Calaveras is going to be coming in. Both could be coming to this game undefeated in the league, feeling pretty good about themselves.
It's going to be a good game.
And so I'm looking forward to that one. And as we get a little bit further in this league, we get a little better measuring stick on how this head-to-head competition winds up.
And before we wrap things up tonight, we want to give a big, huge shout-out once again, Chris Floyd, for bringing us the food here from Bistro 49 and provided it to everybody here all across the press boxes, including the folks from Sonora. So that was really nice. Awesome of them.
Filet with mushroom and wine sauce, and a pesto chicken breast and sweet cherry tomato. I'm having delicious dish.
I'm having some tacos with this.
There you go.
Meat tomorrow, I'll tell you
there you go. So thanks, Chris. We really appreciate that. So
and then BG's also head on down to BG's and Melon Faze. They'll cook you something at this hour. They're still open. If you want to hang out, get something good to eat, of course, Melon Faze and BG Lounge, always your spot after these games.
Of course, that man right there holding the camera, Cam Merzlak, of course, also made this fantastic sign that you guys are seeing right here.
There you go.
You know, fantastic there. We also want to thank, for our counterparts over there in Calaveras, Mark Borchin and the Glass Doctor. They have replaced that muggy window over there, the favorite window in the MLL, and they finally replaced it with something that's useful. So.
Hey, and I'll tell you what, don't think that room's hot all the time. It can be 20 degrees outside because it's this little room and you got to close the door. So now that there's a window there that actually opens to get some circulation, Mark, you don't know how much we appreciate that very much. One of our sponsors, Glass Doctor, Mark Borchin, doing us a solid over at Calaveras High School.
All right,
putting
guys.
the window in.
So where are we at next week?
Hey, real quick,
next week we're going to be at Amador.
I just want to mention this before we go there. If you like the look of the sign here, this banner, of course, this is just an example of the quality work they do at Merzlak Signs. For all your sign, banner, whatever needs, give Cam, Gavin, and the folks down there a call. They got you covered. Absolutely.
So next week we're going to be at Amador, where Amador is going to host Calaveras. Argonaut gets to take that lovely trip to Somerville next Friday.
Wonderful.
So that means that Sonora will be playing Bret Hart.
Okay.
And so that's the way that the games are going to match up next week. Further look ahead, we'll be back here at Argonaut the week after that. And then on October 25th, two big games, we'll be doing the Sonora at Amador game, and our other game will be Argonaut at Calaveras. And then, of course, we'll finish up with the big game. So that's our schedule. Pigskin Preview will come out Wednesday morning. We hope you'll listen to that. For Jake, for JD, for KVGC, for Cam Merzlak, this is Frank Halverson. Thanks for being with us, and we hope to see you next time. Good night, everyone.